Okay, what up ladies and gents, your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully your favorite official content creator for the First Descendant. And we are ready to go. Hey Jonathan, Haza, Rena, Track, Demon, good to see you. Death Dawning, Street Killer, I see you all there as well. Thank you. Welcome everybody. Alright, let's get the stream started, but before we do, I've got to upgrade Electric Specialist. Sorry, I've got to upgrade Focus on Electric. I just realized I do not know why, but I was working on my Bunny's ring build because I have all of them set up, and I just realized I don't know why I did not have a copy of this leveled up, but oh well. Okay, that's done now, and now I can go off safely and go farming. So today I'll be going farming for gold and weapon XP levels. Members are welcome to join me as per normal. Alright, if anyone is interested in that, you can let me know, but before that, let me quickly pull up my own stream, do all my tweeting and all that, and we'll let people know we're ready to go. Oh, very nice, Helmar. The Valby Road does get a significant amount of kills. I didn't really think to count it, but good to know. Everything's going fine, Death Dawning. Really can't complain. You know, slowly getting better bit by bit. Thunder Cage, I'm gonna wait till season 1. So for anyone that wasn't aware, the reason why the Thunder Cage video never came out is because I screwed up on one of the crystallization catalysts, and I really don't want to have to go back and redo it. So because I don't want to have to go back and redo it, I'm gonna wait till season 1 and apply the other 3 elements to that one slot, and then that way I always have a slot ready for the element, and it's good to go. Oops. Message, time to go live, fam. Okay, there we go. So that is the main reason for why the Thunder Cage is not coming out, and instead you guys are gonna get you guys are literally gonna get the Secret Garden, and then we're gonna work on some glaze stuff as well. But yeah, the Secret Garden and glaze farming build will be coming in the next 2 days, and that should settle everybody before the big update on Thursday. Now that is to say, now one of those videos may change if, for example, on Thursday what happens is that the patch notes video drops, so that might change things as well. Let me see, any any new patch? No, the patch notes are not out yet, but you know what, I'm just happy that the after dinner cough is a lot less than it was before, and slowly day by day it's getting better, so that is a true blessing indeed. So welcome to the show everybody. Going to do my tweet and then off we go. If you haven't already liked and shared the stream, please consider doing so. Time to rock and roll. I have some serious farming to get done. I've done a basic Blair build already, but I will not be going any further than that. Ultimates first. Besides, you never know, Blair might be the next one to get an ultimate, depending on how they decide to do their structure. No, there's no such thing as one ultimate is more important than another. You should unlock whatever you like, Renee. Hey, Kim. They have said, Track, that they are releasing the ultimates basically in the order that they were put up, but that would mean that Jaber is next, or that Sharon might be down the line. So I'm not quite sure what the order is. We'll have to wait until the next ultimate is released to actually discern the pattern. After Ultimate Freyna, I mean, because if they're saying that it's in order of who joined the Descendant core, then we'll have to know the lore of each Descendant to figure out when they joined the Descendant core. But Sharon joined way before anybody else. So are they going to do Sharon first? And then Blair and Jaber? Or are they going to do Jaber first because it's the release order on their website? So yeah, we don't know. I would think the best way would be, if you don't mind me saying, the sequence of how we meet the Descendants. I think that should be the idea, which means Sharon should be next. And then it would be... We already have Freyna and Glay, so it would skip to the next one after Vespers, which is in Echo Swamp. But if it's Echo Swamp, then it means Enzo's next, you know? So... if it was the order in which we meet the Descendants, I'm okay with that as well. Anyway, 1 second. I just realized I never took some extra water, so I'm gonna go get some water. When you want to level up Glay, you have to use her farming build. I'll be releasing that later this week. It depends. It depends, Fred, because if you have enough max MP to cast all your shots, then you're okay. You need the max MP to last for the duration. But by reducing skill cost, you can also effectively make the duration go longer. So it's up to you how you want to do it. Sevex, you should be maxing your mods and weapons, because that's how you're gonna keep advancing through the hard mode bosses. So the answer is both. You can't just do one or the other, you know? Thunder Cage is decent for the first boss, but going beyond that, you're gonna need a real weapon. Thunder Cage is ultimately a weapon designed only for beating... It's only designed for hordes, realistically. Yes, it can do quite some damage, but you're going to want a real weapon to sink your teeth in. So start farming the weapon and make sure you have all the modules you're going to need to upgrade that weapon. And of course, the crystallization catalyst, energy activators, all the other stuff you need. So my answer would be everything. But take it stage by stage. Like maybe one day you dedicate yourself and you say, okay, today I'm going to farm all the crystallization catalysts. Then you go on from there, step by step, and you go on and on and on. Jay Woo used my farming build. That's why I post the farming build, so that when you're leveling up Lepic, you level up using the farming build, and then the farming build can be transferred into the bossing build, and of course other stuff as well. This is what I always recommend to people, because when I make my build videos and when I make my builds, it has to be a journey. The max level is level 40. At level 40, you put a crystallization catalyst in your Descendant. Goes back to level 1, you level to 40 again. Max levels don't mean anything here. If you talk about the max equipment level, it's level 100. So there's a lot of different max levels. Where? That depends on you, Jay-Woo. You can use any of the popular XP farming spots. A lot of folks like the Bunny Cave. I like the block hyper mining. If you have a Viessa, you can even use Fortress. Some people like to level up in defense missions. The choice is yours. I personally tend to use block hyper mining. Hello, CG. How's it going? Tomorrow you're coming in the Discord, just a reminder, yeah? Okay. Almost forgot. I need to swap these two. Enduring Legacy is almost ready. What else do I have? I'm gonna go get some mastery. Happy to hear it. Happy to hear that you're good. But yeah, it really depends on you, Jay-Woo. Like for me, I'm gonna take my bunny right now and just gonna go do some gold farming while also leveling my weapons. For Descendant, it's best to do it with friends, or you can go in and hope that there are bunnies in your run to level you up. Yeah, CI, you'll be able to reach
New
level 100
subscriber detected.
in your equipment once you clear the storyline. So clear the storyline, you hit 100, then you go into hard mode and you're good to go. No problem. Have fun at work. I do a lot of upgrading and testing, Mr. Japanese name guy. Very nice.
Descendant, number 17 here. I'll be assisting you on this operation. Good luck. Enemy structure operation. Initiating full-scale blocking operation.
Frank Vibes, you do realize I live in a different part of the world to you? Both of my shows are within the span of one day. So I don't know why you guys always ask me, do I sleep? Of course I do. I sleep at night, like every other normal human being. But I have a particular work schedule, my guy. And I also don't live in the same country that you do, so my time zone is very different. Please remember, there are other people in the world, my guy. That's a bit too much of a personal question, Mr. Japanese name dude. If you're gonna ask questions, please make sure the questions are relevant to the content and refrain from anything personal. My day's going good, Hazza. I really can't complain. DJ Sammy, that means that you can register to support me. So it means that Nexon has said, hey, make content for this game. I say, okay. In exchange, I am able to have a creator code. So being an official creator for the game means that, number one, I have to follow certain rules to ensure that my information is always professional, as well as professional as possible. And in general,
power capabilities are off the scale.
There are certain things that I can say and do that are required by the rules of my contract. Suffice to say that there is a contract between me and Nexon. So it means that if people want to register and support me, they support me directly through the creator code. So make sure that you've already registered me as your official content creator. If you have not done so, DJ Sammy, I'll be very disappointed in you. Hit that link right there, register me, alright? Especially because you've always come to me for information, so I'm sure that I've been of help and benefit to you. But I'm very surprised that people don't know that I'm an official content creator or what that means, because I've been an official content creator since the game launched. Mr. Frank Vibes, if you make a statement like that, you're lucky that I know it's a joke, otherwise you'd be kicked out, because behaving like that or making a statement like that can be seen as being antagonistic to, I don't know, the rest of the world that plays this, so be thankful that I know it's a joke. Alright, please do not make that joke again, though. We are an international community with an international audience. Good. Hello, Miss Raven. How's it going? I like that you're ready for my streams, Demon Movement. Dark Gamer, hello. But yes, ladies and gents, please remember one thing. We are an international community after all. And of course, we are also a cross-platform community. So make sure you do not antagonize other users or users that may be from other parts of the world. I have to promote good, clean stream habits. So please do ensure that we keep our conversations as pleasant as possible.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Good. I'm happy to hear that Japanese name, dude. Especially considering how often you're here. So that's good. You should.
They're reinforcing their defense. We need to eliminate them immediately.
Hey, if that's what works, kill switch. I know I do, Japanese name, dude. Okay, one thing which you shouldn't do here, and this is just to show you, in block kyber mining, if you run off to some other area, the mobs that spawn will follow you, so you must make sure to kill them before you run to another area. Don't pull mobs, it is considered pretty bad mannered. And also, XP range. The XP range is 150 meters. Do not pull mobs from a different area. Alright, it can cause problems. So even if you want to finish things faster, do not ever pull mobs, and certainly make sure to keep within 150 meters. I don't care if that's what these guys want to do, they want to pull mobs or anything like that, but it's my duty to inform them. And if unfortunately you see people doing the wrong thing, well, you know, and I'll say it openly again, they may get themselves reported. Alright? So make sure not to grief others, make sure to always know the XP sharing range, where to position yourself, where to go with this kinds of thing. Because these guys might want to finish it faster, but they're not really being efficient. They're literally missing out on additional gold, XP. Like for me, I don't care, but... Which one, Jamie? Because I explained in the videos which ones are solo builds and which ones are team-based build. So you're gonna have to be more specific with your question. Don't do that, Street Killer, because you should only ever do it on the account that you play. Registering me on 2 different Gmail accounts, unless you play and spend on both, is not helpful, and also, it does not actually... Okay, look. Even if you register me on, like, 10 billion accounts, it doesn't matter. What matters is the account that you play the game and spend on when you register, because that will be the active account. That's why Nexon doesn't use a support account. It's not like a sub count on YouTube that can be faked. A support account has to be active, and only the active supporters are counted. So even if you sign up for me on like 16 different accounts, it won't matter. It'll only matter on the account that you play. So please be aware of that. I never ever see any AFKing. Never. Not even once in my life. I have met one AFKer, and they got pretty scared after seeing the content creator icon in my name, and they left straight away.
Focus closing in. Target this unit first.
No problem, DJ. And Haza, you broke your game? How?
Volga's warp energy surge confirmed. Looks like we'll be met with defensive forces.
On unit spacing? I don't know what you mean by unit spacing. You might need to clarify. What is this unit spacing that you're talking about? Are you talking about the XP sharing range? Or... Yeah, I remember seeing something like that, Death Dawning, during the early parts of the game, but after a while, whenever they see RealAsianRobot or the creator icon in my name, they would leave. So I've never encountered AFKs since then. But yeah, I'm so sorry. Could you please clarify more about what you mean by unit spacing? I don't understand the concept. Everyone gets the freeze frame lag spikes. That is very odd, Haza. I have not had any caliber purchase issues. If you genuinely have a caliber purchase issue, then make sure you've restarted your system, game, all that kind of stuff. If after that it doesn't work, make sure that you contact support immediately, because I am unable to resolve that kind of thing, and I certainly haven't had it happen to me. For me, all my purchases have been smooth as butter. The only time I had an issue was on launch day when the shop itself wasn't working. Like Glaze positioning versus an Ajax's positioning, I genuinely don't know how that is relevant in a boss fight, because, okay, it could be my lack of knowledge, but I am not aware that there are any aggro mechanics in this game. It doesn't matter where you position yourself from the boss and stuff like that. The only thing I take into account when positioning is the range on my weapon. If my weapon is a short-range weapon such as the Python, I am closer to the enemy than I normally would be. This is to ensure that I actually am able to deal effective damage. So the only distance I usually worry about is the damage fall-off distance of my weapon, as opposed to anything else. So, I'm not quite sure why positioning is needed, unless there is something genuinely that you feel you know about this kind of thing, because I have not, and again, forgive me, it could be my lack of knowledge, but I've not had anything related to positioning come up in any of my fights. But yes, freeze frame lag spikes happen to everybody, so don't worry too much about them. Now, don't forget to like and share the stream, guys, because it's quite important. Well, glass cannon players should not actually be in a fight at all. Glass cannon players should be playing solo. So when people play glass cannon, they should not be in a team unless they're playing with friends. This is actually a rule of thumb and also a rule of etiquette. Javis turret can cause taunt, yes. But I'm talking about aggro mechanics without specific abilities. As in, the boss doesn't aggro with different ranges. So just so you guys know, I'm not talking about abilities here. Please be clear on that. We are all aware that some abilities can taunt. But what I'm talking about is not the taunt of abilities, but rather there is no aggro range for the boss. So please be clear on that. RR Odyssey, don't hesitate to report any of the AFKers. I never encountered them, but if you do, report them. There is no shame in reporting an AFKer, alright? Same with the people in World Chat who are advertising boosting services. Help us by reporting them so that the devs can deal with them ASAP. Now, once again, please don't forget to like the stream and share the stream if you can, guys. Alright, the more people that like it when the stream is fresh, the more that YouTube sends it out to people. So if you guys haven't hit the like button yet, please do. It's free and it helps me out. So it's something you should always do for your favorite streamer, especially if you're here to hang out. Okay? But yeah, as for the coming back to the point about glass cannon players, positioning for them, they wouldn't learn it either way, because realistically, glass cannon is not something for team fights unless you have a pre-made agreement beforehand, in which case they would already know what they're doing. So sometimes people will organize a party with like 1 or 2 glass cannon builds for cheesing a boss fast, or I will do it with my friends. But in that case, they already should know what the glass cannon player is doing. If they're bringing it into random public matches, that I would consider very unwise, and in which case it can, to an extent, be considered griefing. So please be very careful of this. If you are going to bring a glass cannon, either you need to know what you're doing with it, especially if you're going to go public, or players can get upset and they may potentially report you. Please be very careful about this. It could just be that the Nexon website is experiencing some trouble. Alright, if your game is already linked, then it's fine. As long as your game is already linked here, as long as it says Nexon account linked, you're okay. As for checking that I've been registered as your content creator, you can do so from a browser, but if you're getting an error while logging in, maybe wait a few hours, check tomorrow. But you should already know who you've registered as your creator, and if you haven't, then check tomorrow. Especially if you've recently linked your account, you can experience some minor errors for about 3-4 days while they sort through your data. If you're somebody that's recently linked your account, then that might be the reason why. Hello, Alpha Dad. Good morning to you, nerd. Absolutely, RR Odyssey. Absolutely. There is a report feature, Renee, but them refusing to revive you, you cannot report them for. If you want to report somebody for griefing, it has to be repeated incidents or incidents with enough evidence. So one match with the player would not be considered enough. Alright, so when you go to the social menu, let's say I want to report this player, you can hit this button right here, and this exclamation mark button takes you to the report screen, and you can detail the reasons and things like that. However, please take note, again, that you should only do it if you are absolutely 100% sure that the player is definitely, you know, causing problems. Prodigy, of course not.
Detected.
I have mentioned many times that I will not be working on Ajax right now. Very nice to hear that, Chris. Loading time on slower PCs may seem like AFK, yes, which is why I don't usually report AFKs at the start. I usually report it after about 2 to 3 waves if I do encounter one. Because if they've been leeching for about 2 to 3 waves, then I say, okay, that's a bit beyond loading times. But yes, loading times can be an issue, and up to about wave 2, depending on how fast you clear it, the player could be legitimately AFK. But Nexon also does check and see, and if they can detect that a player was in the loading screen, they won't take your report seriously anyway, so it's all good. But just be sure before reporting somebody as AFK. Again, it could be loading time, shaders loading time, especially after a driver update. I myself have been stuck up to about 2nd wave, you know, because it was my first time going into block kyber mining that day, and I was stuck until about the 2nd wave. George was there, yeah. It expires every 2 months, Dark Gamer, so look, what I would say is don't worry about it. Make sure you can log into your Nexon tomorrow. If you cannot log into your Nexon account tomorrow, send in a support ticket. But make sure you can log into your Nexon account tomorrow, and then after that, you just have to extend the support and you're good to go. Alright, it expires every 2 months, but if you registered me a while back, you can just renew that. You can just renew that before the week is out. And even if the week is out and you don't renew it, you can always renew it next week, just before you make any new purchases. That is what I would say. But yeah, try again tomorrow. Don't sweat it too much. If you really cannot, send in a support ticket. Get your account sorted. No problem, Navy Cop. Not at all, Fred, but in general, please use the bathroom before you actually queue up for a match. That's why I always encourage people, please make sure that you guys know that a person is for sure AFK. I usually wait 2 to 3 waves. My safest bet is about 3 waves. But if you have to use the bathroom, please go before you actually queue up for things, you know? Gamer etiquette goes both ways, right? I'm sure most people would happily wait for an AFK report, but please, you know, nobody reports somebody as soon as they get into a match because the match hasn't even started, right? But please make sure you've done your bio breaks and all that kind of stuff before getting into a match, okay? What's the best XP farm for Descendants? Up to you, Natter. The same places that you'd get weapon XP are the same places you can get character XP. Bunny Cave is great. The VS area is great if you got VSs to run you through. Block kyber mining, defense missions, all the same locations. Like, it's up to you to choose. There are so many locations that you can get plenty of XP. But in order to make best use of them, well, you need to know what you're doing. So choose the location that you find is good for you when you're playing. Okay, I'm gonna add this. Sorry, adding catalyst right now. Oh yeah. Now let's see. How much is my new multiplier? Yes, 6.78, baby. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it's mid-mission, you can type to let them know. At the start of the mission, please go beforehand, but mid-mission, obviously, type to let them know. Like in that one, if you've been participating in the mission and you suddenly have to go for a break, I'm sure you have enough time to type BRB, bathroom break or whatever. And if they report you after you type that, then... But please make sure to come back before the match ends. If you think it's going to be urgent, then please leave in accordance, because the one danger of that is that if you get stuck in the toilet and you're bombarding the toilet and you don't come back until after the match ends, a lot of people think that you're taking advantage of saying BRB and then just not coming back until the end, which some people do. So be very careful. If you think you might bomb the toilet, you know, then make sure that you actually either leave the match or tell them that you are going for a long period. Sure, DJ Sammy. You can have my good vibes. Just make sure to super chat me in future, okay? That's okay, Victor. Come when you like. Fix your mental health and physical health first. That's not a problem. Yeah, Hatsu, players can just advise other players later on if they need to go. Like, I myself, like, let's say my teammate has to go. I've literally informed on their behalf. I said, hey, now, like, I won't say that I'm in party, but I'll just say, hey, Bunny had a phone call. Something like that. It's, like, not hard, you know? Etiquette is always important. So just make sure you guys do that. And listen, if anyone has a bucket for that kill switch, I would be very, very worried about their sanity and sanctity. So please make sure that, you know, you are settled. If you eat Taco Bell, leave the match. Possibly, Fred, unless you've got a strong stomach, you know that you're not, like, maybe you know that you're not gonna bomb the toilet, or maybe you bomb the toilet very rapidly. Perhaps you've got fire rate up on your butt. That could work really well. If you've got fire rate up plus sharp precision shot, maybe you can bomb the toilet like 50% faster than everybody else, then that's totally fine. In which case you can just say BRB, you go bomb, you get your stacks of sharp precision shot, bomb the toilet in 1 minute and come back, you're okay. But, you know, please make sure that you inform people accordingly. There you go. This conversation is a very important conversation, Randy. It is a very important conversation about the sanity, you know, of individuals and what we need to do in order to prevent ourselves from being reported as AFK. I mean, if you want to use mental focus in the toilet, then that's up to you, bro. But you might be in there a longer time because it's minus 20% fire rate, you know? Well, some people have done that, Javi. Some people have done that. Now, I myself am gonna BRB, all right? So, I will be right back. Don't do anything too wild in chat. If you haven't already, please make sure that you like and share the stream. I'll be very grateful if you do. Every like that we get on stream helps the stream go out to more viewers. So please make sure you hit the like button. It helps me out for free. And make sure that if you haven't already re-registered me as your content creator, make sure you do so. It expires every 2 months. So do extend your support. It's free to extend your support. Okay? Link is there. I will be right back and we'll carry on. All right, there you go. Now, as you can see, if you add the modules fire rate up and sharp precision shot, all right, to your Descendant section, you will definitely be able to go to the toilet faster than other Descendants. So please keep that in mind. However, if you add fire enchantment, you may end up with an STD. So please be very careful. All right, I am back. Let's go. I mean, some individuals need have aiming, all right? Maybe they just, you know, like to go for more weak spots. weak point aiming, weak point sight, you know, dead eye accuracy, all these are pretty important, especially for males. You know, accuracy is quite important. If you want to use focus on, if you want to use focus on, you know, whatever, maybe a bit of non-attribute focus, you know, skill simplification, a little bit of that, you can have that. You can have concentrate fire as well, I guess. Just don't start mid-air maneuvering, all right? All right, time to go farm more weapon levels. Shall we? Let's go. No, what do you mean never ever fire barrel? No. For me, do you know what I like? I like to have superheated gun barrel on mine, okay? Because we all know that I like that rapid fire, so I gotta have that superheated gun barrel. If your build includes agony, then I think that'll be a very painful experience.
Here comes a big one.
I'm glad you're all having fun with this. Thank you to everyone who liked the stream. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the chat. Let's keep it up, you know? Let's make this the biggest and best community in the world.
Descendant, number 17 here. I'll be assisting you on this operation. Good luck. Enemy structure operation. Initiating full-scale blocking operation.
Oh, a second bunny, eh? There was first bunny. What about second bunny? And thank you to everyone who has re-registered me as your content creator, things like that. I mean, those that don't do re-register will pretty much know after it all ends how many people are real supporters. So we're gonna see some of that.
Careful, Descendant. We're picking up a signal for a unit whose power capabilities are off the scale.
Of course I have Frank vibes. I'm aware of every bit of news that comes and goes, man. So yes, I've seen him.
Multiple Vulgus
I just get the Twitch drops as they go along. I don't really care whether they're good or not, because to me, look, Twitch is a gigantic waste of time. So I never visit Twitch. If there's drops, I'll go get them for free. But there's an easy way to claim the Twitch drops. Just watch any of the people that have the Twitch drops, right? And while you watch them, you can just mute the tab in the browser. I do, however, try and support an official creator usually. So I'll try and give my view to an official creator if they're a fellow official creator, if there is one there. But if not, I'll just open up a tab. I'll mute the tab and then just carry on playing. Then once I'm done claiming all the drops, bye-bye. I come back straight to YouTube. Because yeah, I think that Twitch having the monopoly on drops is the only reason it's still even alive as a platform. If YouTube ever did like YouTube drops, oh my god, this would be such a better place. Yeah, basically you open up your browser like Chrome or whatever, right? You turn on one of the Twitch streams. Now, if it is an official content creator, please do support them. But if they're not official, it doesn't really matter. Open up the tab, then you can right-click on the tab, and it will say like mute the tab, not like mute in tab or whatever. So just mute the tab. That's it. and then after that it will still count your hours. So I have the stream playing, but the tab is muted, so it doesn't affect me. So that way I just get my rewards and go.
Target this unit first.
That's usually what I do if I am not scheduled to support another official content creator. But I mean, in general, official content creators will usually show some support for each other. So I'll usually throw on one of the other guys in the rankings if I can without muting, contribute a bit to their ad revenue when their Switch drops. Usually we do this as a courtesy, but if I, like, for example, let's say I cannot make it, or my hours are a bit weird that day and my spare time hours are unavailable, I'll just mute the tab and carry on. Thoughts on Wave of Light? I've never built it, so I cannot comment on it right now. I apologize for that. I would love to comment, but I have not tried it out in combat, nor have I built it. So my apologies that I cannot give you a better answer right now. There are still many ultimate weapons that I have not tried yet, because I tend to be a bit thorough in my work. So when I try something and when I build something, I really build it all the way. Hey Lion Killer, how's it going? So yeah, my apologies again. Deluxe Dior. Weapon weight. I have never used that mod before, but I would assume... Let me actually see it. Weapon weight. What is this? Better weapon weight. Oh, the cooldown should be for the effect itself. So once the effect triggers, I'm assuming that you got a 15-second cooldown before you can trigger the effect again, irrespective of the weapon. I'm just saying. So that is my interpretation of that. So although I haven't tested it, that would be my interpretation. Now whether that interpretation matches up with life, I cannot say for certain, but that's what it should do. It should be a 15-second cooldown on the effect itself before the effect can be retriggered. So as you can see, this guy did not stay within the 150 meter XP sharing range, and lo and behold, what happened? So please always stay within the 150 meter XP range. Let the bunnies run you through this. You know, it's okay if you want to participate, but please stay within 150 meters at all times so that other people can assist you. If you fail to stay within 150 meters and people cannot assist you, then folks may be sad.
Olga's warp energy surge confirmed. Looks like we'll be met with
I would assume it is global, yeah. Believe me, Death Dawning, there's a lot of weapons that I don't know exist. There's a lot of mods that I don't know exist because if I don't see a damage increase, I don't even think about it or touch it. But that's why there's always something new to learn. Some weird fella out there might try something out and, you know, learn something new, right? But anyway, that's what I rely on nerds like you to do, Death Dawning. So, school might be starting soon, but you had better be prepared because the new season starts and we have work to do. I expect all hands on deck. It did, Deluxe Dior. I responded to you on stream, but just in case you don't get the response, I'll respond one more time. I've said that I have not tested it, so I'm unsure. That is what I said. Well, they may rotate back in the store at some later time, Foxtrot. I mean, they designed the skins. They're not going to keep them out of the store forever. So, you never know. You might get to pick them up a little later. You cannot do that, Brandon, because that's technically AFK. Failure to participate may result in you getting reported, so up to you, but please be careful. No problem, Deluxe Dior. If you have a big delay, what you do is you make sure that your YouTube is set to live so that you can actually hear my responses in real time. All right? Before asking or typing anything in stream, please make sure that you are at the live section so that that way, you know, it's easier for everybody and also for the streamer to answer your questions, especially if you've got queries. Okay? So please do that. Thank you. I'd be very grateful if you do. Listen, Brandon. Again, official creator here. All right? Anything that can be seen to encourage behavior that would go against the fair play or etiquette of the game is not allowed. I know you're joking, but don't make those kinds of jokes here. You know I'm strict on that. All right? Because I cannot be seen to be encouraging that kind of behavior, and I wouldn't do that either way. So please make sure that if you want to make jokes like that, don't do that here. You can do that in other creators' streams, but not on mine. Because I take my role and responsibilities pretty seriously, so please take note of that. Alright, I know you're joking, but... Okay. I'm kind of the face here. I'm kind of the face. I cannot be the face if I am seen to promote disgraceful behavior.
Careful, Descendant. We're picking up a signal for a unit whose power capabilities are off the scale.
Did I just hear you say off meta? Death Donnie, you come in a voice right now so I can scold you. Did you dare say off meta? Did you dare say anything less than perfect efficiency? You come here right now. I'm gonna scold you personally.
Their defensive forces are closing in from all sides. We'll need to intercept them swiftly.
Well, as long as you're participating, that's fine, Brandon. Alright, either way, I've already said what I have to say, so you know the rules. Just please obey them, yeah? Well, there's a fine line on that. If you're seen to be just chatting and not actually participating in combat, then, you know, that can be seen as AFK because you're not actually actively fighting or even trying to participate. So just be careful of that. I mean, that's a fine line you can toe, but look, when it comes to the appeal process, if anyone loses their account, you can't just say I was doing this and I was doing that. You know, it's always best to err on the side of caution. If you need to type something to them, just type, then quickly move on is what I would do. So I would just type to the team and say, hey, there's 150 meter sharing range. Please be aware of this. And then that's it. I move on to the next thing. You better hide, Death Downing. That does an orbital barrage ability. That's not a Descendant, Brandon Clark. That is literally the Greg's Reversed Fate. The Greg's Reversed Fate is a unique weapon that does the orbital bombardment as you are talking about. But there's no Descendant that has that as an ability right now. Eagle Vision, yes, you can use the Walk a Tightrope ultimate ability with that, but again, it's really up to you what you want to do. Some people are able to use bioenergy, some people are not able to use bioenergy. I never use it because I never need it. My farming build is perfectly fine without it, and I am able to do everything I need to do, so... Yep. Bunny is the Raikage's cousin. No problem, Brandon Clark. Greg's Reverse Fate is the ultimate weapon that allows for bombardments. How do you farm a reactor? Okay, when you get into hard mode, there'll be something called difficulty level rewards. Alright? I will show you after this, but basically if you open up the difficulty level rewards menu, there are certain reactors that you can farm each week, Mark. So that is how you can farm reactors. Even then, it may take quite some time to find a really good reactor. I personally avoid farming reactors as I kill bosses or things like that. I take a look at the reactors that drop. If there's one that's suitable for my purposes, I'll use it. If not, that's okay. If I desperately like a Descendant and I want to make sure that that Descendant is the only one I play for the rest of my life, then I may choose to go for a gold reactor or something. But for now, you know, I don't really need that most of the time, so I'm okay. Oh, you're talking about a void fusion reactor, Mark. Oh, that's easy. So what you're talking about is the amorphous. So for example, let's say you want to do a void reactor in here. Abyssal void fusion reactor, Hagios fractured monolith. What you need to do is you need to do the outpost that's connected to this. So where do you get pattern 112? So you have to look for an outpost that drops pattern 112. So 110, 111 here or whatever, or this one. Where is the outpost that drops that one? Oh, here it is. So yeah, let's say it's this outpost, 112, 113. So then in that case, if I wanted to do this one, I would go farm this outpost until I had the amorphous. Then once the amorphous is ready, I have to make sure I've got my void shards and then open up the reactor. There you go. Is there some kind of universal reactors? No. You should always have a stock of multiple reactors that are suitable for different characters in your inventory. This is why they give you enough inventory space. Reactors are very important, and you should have a whole bunch with different roles based on what your character can do. So there's no such thing as a universal reactor. Farm each one, take your time to find a good one. No problem, Mark. Okay, let's see. Level 8, this is level 39, so let's go on again. You're welcome, Brandon Clark. Now, for those of you that like the information that I present on stream and the fact that I'm always answering questions, please make sure you like the stream. It's free to like the stream, and every single person that likes the stream helps to send the stream out to more people, all right? So make sure you do that. Glorify the Great. If you're looking for a reactor, say for a Lepic build, then what you have to do is when you open up the map in hard mode, it says difficulty level rewards down the bottom. Each week, there are different areas that you can farm reactors. So I would select Fire for Lepic, and I would say, okay, Fire, Impact Rounds, Lepic uses tech abilities. Go to Fallen Theater. Now there's 16 hours left. You can go farm Fallen Theater. I recommend this particular mission. There you go. But this is how to check it for every single character. You go to the map, difficulty level rewards, and then you see, okay, my character is non-attribute. This week, non-attribute has no general rounds but dimension. Otherwise, I would probably get a Python version for Glay. So I say, okay, no general rounds, dimension. Okay, fine, no problem. I'm gonna chill on that. I'm gonna just, relax. I'll wait till next week. So then you can see all the rewards down the bottom, and you can see the next week, am I gonna get a different kind of reactor for general rounds? Non-attribute, no dimension, but this is general rounds. So you can see all this kind of stuff, and you'll be able to check accordingly. Echo Swamp will have one that has non-attribute general rounds dimension, so I might farm a Glay reactor next week, depending on how busy I am with Haley. There you go. That's the answer. It changes week to week, so there you go. Well, Foxtrot, I hope you find a better reactor there soon. Arc J, what's up? My day's going all right. I hope your day's going well as well. So ladies and gents, keep liking the stream, keep sharing the stream, and last but not least, make sure that you guys register me as your content creator, okay? If you find that I give the best answers on stream, you find that you like the videos, you find that you're always coming back here for the vibe, for the information, make sure you guys register me as your content creator. There's the link right there from Nightbot. Register me. It helps me out. It helps me make more content. Those who want to contribute more can super chat, send gifted memberships, or become a high-level channel member. It's all up to you. But these are the ways that you can help us out. All right? Thank you very much. Okay, now I need to start up Raid Shadow Legends in the background while I farm, because there's no way I'm missing out on free XP. Okie dokie. Fortress keys. Do I want to do this? Yeah, let's do this right now. 6, let's go. How do you farm external components that aren't the boss drops? It will tell you in the difficulty level rewards. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, this week you can get sensors and auxiliary power. It changes week to week, but you can also farm external components that way. And this is why I tell people the most important thing and the most important knowledge you'll gain is at streams of official content creators like myself. So we hope this helps. All right, Ego Vision, there's your answer. Good, Death Dawning. Thank you for doing that. And you can go and get that if you want. I personally do not like it. I like my skins. I think, as you can tell, Death Dawning's spicy. All right. If they ain't spicy enough, I don't know, man. I just can't get that vibe. So the skins gotta be spicy enough. If I don't see that sugar spice and everything nice, I don't know how to feel about that. So when I saw the bunny skin that evolves, I was like, I'll wait till next summer. Cause you know, I'm sure Haley's gonna have some real nice, so I'm gonna wait for that. I mean, if you feel that it's you, then you go ahead, man. We all got different tastes, you know. I personally am a man's man, so I like a spicy taste. You know, I like a little bit of chili here and there. No, it only goes up to 4, okay? You cannot go beyond 4. There's no special ranking. Once you upgrade a legendary weapon's unique ability, now take note, overcharge is specifically for Thunder Cage. This is called the unique ability. Once you've upgraded the unique ability 4 times, that's it. There is nothing further you can do. So upgrade your unique ability 4 times, then don't worry about it anymore. You never need to farm another Thunder Cage. It will not help you. It will not do anything for you. Okay?
Initiating full-scale blocking operation.
Of course. Like I said, we always give the best and most accurate information. So we hope we were able to help. Thank you very much for being here, but please remember to support. The more support I get, the more I can do for you. All right? I need your help to keep this channel going. Hey, Kaz. I've gotten Bunny's Albion uniform, which I thought was adorable since it was a different color, and I got her maid outfit. But yeah, most of the time I'm just in the default ultimate. Glorify the Great, that's because that's how it works. It is just a bug with the system, they have not fixed it yet. No worries, Kaz. I've only said it once today. I'm just encouraging support, but I will chill if that's necessary. Thank you for letting me know.
Focus closing in. Target this unit first.
But yes, that should be the answer. Glorify the Great is currently a bug that they are trying to deal with right now.
Recommend elimination of all their defensive forces.
Captain Griffin, are you holding down the trigger button? And also, if you get interrupted during your attack, Sharp Precision Shot only operates for as long as you hold down the trigger button. So the second that you remove the trigger button, it will no longer operate. Okay? It will no longer operate. So make sure that you are holding down the trigger button. You should be able to fire all the shots. You also need to make sure you have enough MP to actually do it. Because don't forget this, the skill has a cost every second that it remains active. So be aware of that. If you do not keep the skill active and you do not have enough MP, you'll only be able to fire your 5 shots and then off you go. So do be aware that your max MP, all of that plays an important part. All of it plays a very, very important part in making sure that your Lepic can actually shoot all the shots he needs. Do I have Ultimate Bunny's Evolve skin? No, I have no interest in it because, as I said earlier, ArcJ, I'm only interested in the spicier skins. If the skins aren't spicy enough, then I'm not usually very interested in it.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
I wouldn't know, but I still refuse to buy it. You can make suggestions, Sevex. You can go to the social media or the official Discord and make some suggestions for future skins if you think they would be cool. You know, there's always potential that they may take an idea from a person. But yeah, for me, I usually don't purchase skins that I have no interest in because the skins are a fair price. So I only purchase a skin if I know that I'm either going to use the hair or I'm gonna use the skin itself. For most Descendants, once I've settled on a skin, I usually don't purchase more than that. Usually. This is to also save for future Descendants because I want them to be dripped out, but it has to fit my aesthetic. Jamie Hernandez, the drop rates are 100% accurate. We've tested them ourselves within our entire community. We are absolutely certain, without doubt or question, that the drop rates are accurate. A lot of players just don't understand bad luck or how a dice roll works. So this is usually where a lot of players go wrong, but the drop rates are 100% fair. And of course, people will bring up, oh, Nexon got sued for drop rates. Please take note that if anyone wants to bring that up, that was the MapleStory dev team, not First Descendant, completely separate dev team. All right, and that was for gacha rates for real money, which is the only reason they got fined. Even if the drop rates were not accurate in this game, just so you know, they would never get sued, nor would they be accused of unfair practices, because it is an entirely electronic product that you are not exchanging any real cash for. So just be aware of that. That being said, based on what we've tested in our community and the fact that I've actually got proof of me farming everything free to play on live stream without having bought a single thing, I would have to say that the drop rates are 100% fair. So if you do not get what you want, sometimes it's just a streak of bad luck. In fact, I've actually shown in the example where I talked about drop rates, did you know that you could roll a dice? Like, just as an example, it's very, very unlikely, but if I were to do like 1,000 iterations, right? There could be one iteration where my dice roll comes up 4 the entire way. You know, like the entire roll is the same number, which in that case would be, well, bad luck, but you know, it could happen. It could happen. Yes, I do, Chaco Games. Take a look at my defense versus HP video. Realistically, what you need to focus on is the external components. In fact, if you also look at my build videos for Bunny, I explain how her HP gets so high. How you get your HP high is through external components and through the modules that you equip onto your character. So please make sure you watch all of my videos. If you haven't seen the videos yet, then what I would say is please bookmark this playlist that is about to be put in chat, Chaco Games. Nightbot will put up a link. That link leads to my playlist for all my videos. Definitely check out that playlist. It contains a lot of good videos for you with tons of knowledge. The more you watch, the more you'll understand. So all the videos that I've ever made are there. There are tons of videos in there that you can watch and study, and it'll help you all out. Yes, I did. But again, sorry, I keep forgetting that I never brief people on that anymore. Yes, I did buy Ultimate Ajax, and that was at the very first day of the game because I was, as part of my whole deal, I was only allowed to buy one Ultimate. Because my entire job here is to do everything free to play. So yes, I did buy one. But it's Ultimate Ajax, come on. And either way, I have all the pieces for him if I really want to farm him. I could delete him right now and just go and construct him again, but there's no point in me doing that. So yes, I did buy one, but it was designed to support the devs as one of their official creators. So I did that at the very start. Thank you for reminding me. But yes, I did buy one. However, I can also farm him and have already farmed all of his pieces as well. For all the other Descendants, we did farm them completely free to play. And again, in relation to the viewer's question earlier, the drop rates are fair because I've literally farmed everything else. So, you know, again, even if I did buy one, I still have all his pieces. No problem, Captain Griffin. I hope my videos will be the most helpful for all of you. The thing is, Death Dawning, that a lot of people forget that the drop rates, they definitely follow the drop rates listed, but some people have bad luck, and of course we have over 100,000 concurrent players, especially at the peak times. And if we consider all consoles, because don't forget Steam charts just considers PC, we have over 100,000 concurrent. 20,000 out of that 100,000 could easily experience a bad or negative distribution, and it would still be within the normal range because the other 80% are having a normal distribution. So the 20% that are skewed either positive or negative, they may be the unlucky ones, but they'll probably be the most vocal about it because they'll be like, damn, I ran this mission 50 times, didn't get a 20% drop, which could theoretically happen in a pool of 100,000 people. Yep. That's okay, Sean. I always have to check and clarify the situation because there's always some trolls, and I hope you're not one of them, Sean, but you know, just saying, there's always a lot of trolls that will try and bring up, oh, didn't you buy Ultimate Ajax? I was like, yes, it was part of my deal to support the devs, because hey, you know, the devs are giving me an opportunity here. I think it's fair to reward them for their hard work and the fact that, you know, they are also rewarding me via the content creator program. So for that reason, you know, I always tell the trolls that yes, except that I've also farmed every single piece of Ultimate Ajax. You know, even if I do not need him, I have actually farmed every single piece of Ultimate Ajax. Just so everybody's clear on the record, we have done so. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you very much. But my friend, you have just started your new job. You don't have to super chat for a few months, my guy. I'll still be here in a few months' time. You can super chat then. Keep your money for yourself because you need it. You're only just getting back into the workforce. I appreciate that, Sean. I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're not. But, you know, we always got to defend ourselves in check, you know? There's always a lot of unsavory types out there. But yes, Brandon, please save your money, all right? Especially when someone starts a new job. We, as very Asian people, we always say, look, save your money. You're new, you need time to get your bank account straight. That's why I also tell my younger brother Truffles, save his money. He can donate when he's stable. Don't get me wrong, I love donations, I love money, and I love your support. But stabilize yourself first, take care of yourself first. Streamers will always be here. We're not going anywhere. Johnny boy, it's every Saturday night, all right? But I hope that you guys will come to streams outside of that, because again, for the boss helps, we will be prioritizing people that we know. And of course, people that have shown a lot of love for the channel. We do that so that we can give back to them as much as possible. So yes, but every Saturday, it is boss helps with viewers. And we try to make it, well, we try to meet it every Saturday if we can, but there is one thing that I do have to say. We may skip it this coming Saturday in view of the new season. If we have a lot to do, especially with farming Haley and working on Haley and all that kind of stuff, if we have a lot of that, we may choose to adjust that. But most Saturdays, other than when a new season drops or when a big event drops, most Saturdays, we will more than be willing to help viewers. And we try to keep it as now it's boss night. Last time it used to be just the normal bosses, now it's boss night. Oh no, listen Fred, I did it at the very start. I think day one I bought it. But I tell you, I got so many regrets about buying it because the Ultimate Descendants are so easy to farm. You know, but I did it because I wanted the devs to have some extra money, and like I said, I was very grateful for the opportunity that they gave me because it was, in my opinion, a big opportunity. It was something very helpful. Okay, do you see this guy left that first area without killing the monsters? Okay, you don't do that because if you leave the area before killing all the monsters, you will pull them. You will pull them, and pulling them is pretty bad because then they do not spawn back in the location, so I had to chase them. This actually slows down the leveling, so please make sure that when you're in block fiber mining, you be very careful about that. All right, you gotta be very careful about that. Yeah, you can turn off the aim assist or lower the strength. So yeah, we'll see whether or not we got boss night coming tonight, but we'll have a look. Sorry, I mean boss night coming this weekend. You know, we'll try to, but if I need to, I will prioritize the season because we want to make sure that we get all the seasonal content out for you. Like for example, learning how to use all the catalysts, all that kind of stuff. I will try and post as many videos within a short period of time if I can. But if I overload YouTube, you guys won't get the notifications anyway. So believe me in saying that I will try and get it done ASAP. But I will try and prioritize the seasonal content because it's probably a lot more important. Sounds good, Death Dawning. We look forward to you helping out, alright? I do be needing some gluttony kills. And I think Death Dawning shall be forced unto Valby duty. So prepare for trouble, Death Dawning, and make it double. Of course, my dear friend, with your permission, I will bully you. I'm sure you would not mind, but you know, as part of being polite to everyone, I just want to make sure that you are okay with me bullying you every Saturday.
level Volga's closing in. Target this unit first.
I don't use a controller, so I'm not sure if it's there, but I can check after this wave ends. Okay, let's have a look-see. Frank5 says go to gameplay, it's at the bottom. So let's have a look-see. Options, gameplay. Yeah. Aim control. The aim assist for the grappling hook is here. But maybe under controller. Aim assist function. There it is. So under controller, aim assist. There you go. So you can turn these off if you want to, and you can adjust the aim assist sensitivity as well. So hopefully this will help. After you go into options here, options, controller, you should be able to do stuff here. Yeah. Thank you, Kaz. There you go. Kaz is also given the same answer, so that's exactly where it is. But now, take my word seriously, okay? From now on, all of you guys who are gamers, all right? As soon as you start a game, I'm going to teach you this practice. Go into your options, memorize what every single option does. Or else. All right? I will show up in your room at night and quiz you and ask you why you didn't memorize it, okay? Hello, Tears World. Happy Wednesday indeed. No starting any console wars, yeah? What's the best place to farm organic shards? Johnny Boy, have you seen my video on all the Void Fragment shard farms? If you haven't, here is my playlist. Please go check out that video that says where to farm Void Fragment shards. Alright, there's my playlist. Bookmark that playlist, Johnny Boy. All the information you need is in that playlist, including farming Void Fragment shards, all the good stuff. Please go and check that out. I know, Tears World, but hey. Hey, we take that seriously here, okay? So you can tell me to chill, but we take care of all of our viewers here, alright? So make sure to show only a good attitude when you're in my chat. If you do not show a good attitude, I will put you in the naughty box. Plain and simple. There you go, Johnny Boy. Enjoy. Great. I'm happy to hear that, Glorify the Great. How's the Thunder Cage testing going? You have to wait till Season 1 because I screwed up one of the things. So instead, you guys will be getting the Secret Garden build tomorrow. The Secret Garden is almost done. In fact, let me check on that real quick. Alright. I'm going to check on that real quick. It should be finished by tomorrow. Okay, no, not this one. You are the correct one. Yes. I'm almost dead certain this will be completed by tomorrow. Abso-positively. But in fact, oh my god, I just realized I have to level this up one more time. Okay, emergency measures. 1 second, I did not realize that. Whoops. About to release the video tomorrow, guys, and I didn't even finish leveling it up. Okay, very, very bad of me. I'm sorry. Okay, this is alright. That's alright. We can fix this. We can fix this. Oh no, it's just because I realized there's a better way to squeeze damage out of it, but I will let you know privately another day if I remember Death Dawning. Right now I may not remember, but I will. The Secret Garden is very, very good. It's a very strong weapon, and especially in the hands of certain characters like Glay and whatnot, it can be very useful with Blood and Iron because it can give quite a bit of good stuff. So, yeah, I do kind of like it on Glay. I mean, I would say, look, Glorify the Great, get all the guns, because you never know. Different characters can use different guns. You also may like different guns. Don't ever say like, oh well, this streamer said that you know, just to let you know, this streamer said these guns are great. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what we think. Don't worry about what anyone thinks. Glorify the Great. You want the real Asian robot advice? Get every gun, upgrade every gun, see what you like. That's the way. That's the real way. Because if you do that, you'll never go wrong. If you don't do that, you may go wrong occasionally. We'll have to see what type Haley is, but we'll see when she actually comes out. Swax for life. I only run with my members, so I don't need any help with anything at all. So thank you for the offer, but again, it's only the top tier channel members that I run with. Nobody else runs with me. Again, this is our rule for community safety and to ensure that the people that are with me on stream are those that, you know, I know and trust very well. Very good, Alpha Dad. Very happy to hear that. But yeah, I don't need any help. I mean, come on, it's block kyber mining. If I needed help at this, I'd be a pretty piss poor creator. My mastery rank is 22 right now. I did indeed, but I want to adjust a few things. Like I said, for me, it's just mostly a new style of building that I came up with, and I realized that it works better for weapons, costs less catalysts, and I actually am removing a catalyst slot, but I don't want to do that till the new catalyzing thing came out. You know, because previously I was committed, but then I realized there are way better ways to improve damage, so I was like, that'll work nicer. You know, kind of like that. But yes, I will show you another day. I would happily show you right now. It's just that my bro, I think you underestimate how much work I have to finish before the season starts. So that's the only reason. That's why I'm grinding like hell today. Like, dude, I am kind of. I don't even need that much gold anymore. But if I want to raise my weapon level proficiencies, then this is the best way, you know. That's okay, Swax for life. No worries at all, man. Listen. Becoming a member is an optional thing, and I will always say this. I've said it to you guys before. I love money. I love income. I will never miss out a chance to tell you guys, hey, maybe you should consider supporting me. But at the same time, please also remember that becoming a member is entirely optional. You should only become a member if, number one, you really enjoy hanging out with us. Number two, you feel that you can financially afford it. If you feel that you cannot financially afford it, do not worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Becoming a member is optional. And in fact, playing with other people is something that I do as a way of thanking those that are contributing a little extra to my channel, things like that. And if they ever want to join me, they can. But if they've got their own farming, it's also okay. I'm usually just very relaxed. So most days like this, when I'm just leveling something, unless somebody really needs to do something, I usually just let everybody do it. You know, I usually don't even call for members. I say, do whatever you want to do. You want to help me out, you can. You don't want to, it's all good. You know, I'm relaxed. Glorify the Great, we do have a Discord, but again, it is only available to my top stream investors. So you have to be a high enough level channel member to join in. This is the top 2 tiers of channel membership. It is quite expensive. So if you are looking for people to play with, my suggestion is actually going to the official First Descendant Discord. You can access it from their website. If you go to the First Descendant website, on the right-hand side of the website, their Discord is there. You can go to the official Discord and look for people to group up with or hang out there. But if you're looking for my community specifically, we've got a private Discord server, but like I said, it's only available to top-tier premium members. So yes, they are my Labor Force 1. Oh, listen, Labor Force 1 will only be needed, Death Dawning, once the season starts. Then I may summon some people for farming. But yeah, Glorify the Great, for us, we keep it strictly to my biggest investors, my biggest investors. But yes, I will never take a holiday, not right now. Right now, I'm just enjoying my time, doing what I do, while I have the stamina to do it, you know? I'll take my holiday when I can spend some time with cats, you know? That's when I'll take my holiday. Well, that is true, but a lot of people forget that school just started in a lot of parts of the world. And the numbers for all content creators, now I've been in this industry 3 years, but the numbers always dip in August and September for all games across the board. So it's very normal. Swax, no, you can absolutely ask about it, but the price is shown in your currency. So the price I know in my currency It's 75 Singapore dollars for the Plus Ultra. But you have to actually go and see the price in your currency. So what you have to do, Swax, is you hit the join button. You'll be able to see all the tiers of membership, but only the last 2 tiers offer the Discord entry and gameplay with us. So just be aware of that. If you check out the join button, it shows you everything. If you don't see the join button, it's because you're on an Apple device. Apple devices do not have this button. You'll have to use a browser like Google Chrome, but you can investigate the prices on your own, because the prices are displayed in the currency of the person's region. So if you're in Australia, it'll show you the price in Australian dollars. If you are in other regions, in other parts of the world, it will show your local currency. Yeah, for those that are on Apple devices, you have to go to a browser like Google Chrome, Safari, whatever. Use the desktop view, log into YouTube via the desktop version, and then you'll be able to see the join button on my channel and study the prices that way. It is probably best to join from a laptop or a device like that, which has a browser, rather than using the YouTube app, because the YouTube app and Apple are fighting. So Apple said, okay, then if people want to use the YouTube app on Apple, they cannot join people's channels. And YouTube said, fine, we're still not paying you. So that's the story there. Yes. So those who are on Apple devices, you have to use a browser to join the channel. But yes, do think about it seriously. Don't commit unless you're sure you can maintain it, because it is a monthly membership. It's not a one and done. I want to be very clear about this. I want to let people know the full story, okay? We understand it's not for everybody. It is expensive. We also understand that. So please, please do not commit unless you're very sure you can afford it and you want to keep, and you think you want to keep it going. You want to keep supporting the channel. Well, I can certainly say that, but that's why a lot of the people who are negative about this game, just so you know, Nexon is definitely looking at them. They know, they understand, you know, and they're taking note. They're taking note. But for me, as somebody who's highly experienced in this industry, as somebody who's a professional, I'll say this game is nothing to worry about. I've seen games that die. I know when a game is dying. This game has no chance of dying. 0. So I'm just gonna chill and enjoy myself through every season. I mean, Diablo 4 dropped to way lower than this game for more than a year before it even got good, you know? I think for myself and Kaz, Diablo 4 is still one of the big heartaches, because it was a game with so much potential, but the seasonal wipes and things got to everybody. It just wasn't fun. Fastest way to level up mastery level? There's no fastest way, Sevex. You just have to level up Descendants and weapons to level 40 for the first time. So you only get Mastery XP the first time you level up a Descendant or weapon, and of course, once you've completed every mission in the game, you get Mastery XP. So if you hover over this, it'll tell you exactly how to gain Mastery XP. There is no fastest way. Level up the weapons, level up the Descendants to level 40 for the first time, and you've got it. You don't even have to catalyze the Descendants, whatever, just level them up to 40. So I guess theoretically the fastest way would be to, rather than focusing on your personal growth, you can get every Descendant in the game and then level them to 40 and go with that, or something like that. I choose not to do that because my content is more around, you know, maximizing the builds and things like that. What is the new Catalyst thing? If you haven't already seen my video talking about Season 1, then I would suggest watching that. If the information in there was not clear enough, Beast, then please wait until Season 1. I will release a video that explains it then. Well, what I'll say on the topic though, Sean, is that nobody should even be discussing player drop-off. I understand it can be frustrating when people, or, you know, a few people on Reddit or basement dwellers or angry individuals try to talk about this kind of thing. But realistically, do you guys know how to shut down that discussion real fast? Don't give it any attention. The reason why people are even talking about it is because other people perpetuate the discussion. If you guys are all as confident in this game as I am, we should not even be discussing it. It's not even something that should be on the table. We shouldn't even be thinking about it because we don't need to. We know this game is going to last for a long time. Why do we have to convince anyone? If somebody is convinced that it's dying, what you do is you give them a thumbs up and then pay them no attention. We just keep playing, we just keep having fun. Because do you know what they hate? They hate seeing us have fun. That's why they want to provoke discussions like that. Don't give it any currency. Don't give it any legitimacy. Just say, okay, bro, and move on. That's the best way. Don't even talk about it. By talking about it, we're perpetuating it. They're gonna think that we have fear in our hearts that this is gonna die. They're gonna think we're defending our position, and all they really want is to argue with you guys. So don't give them that, all right? Let's table that discussion. Let's focus on actually enjoying the game and having fun. Not so sure on that, Tears World. As far as I know, we got XP the first time we did missions on normal mode, but I'm not so sure about hard mode. Because I've never really seen that XP come in at all, you know? So, yeah. Yeah, like I said, don't even worry about it. Listen, this game is also not for everybody, alright? So, yeah, you can try and get her into it, but at the end of the day, you know, this game is not for everybody. It's a grindy game. It's a game that you have to really, really focus on. So even for me, I'll let my girl play Disney Dreamlight Valley right now because, you know, let her relax, and when she's ready, she'll play in Season 1. I tell you, you say that I sound like that guy, Glorify the Great. Kaz is gonna beat you because she hates that guy. She hates that specific actor, so yeah, damn. So, you know, you might want to keep that on the low if you think that. Of course, Hatsu, I agree with that. That's why, like I said, you know, don't give those kinds of discussions any legitimacy. Let's not even think about it.
We'll need to intercept them swiftly.
Fair enough. Thanks for clarifying that, Engineer. Maybe someday I'll go through the list and do them all at some point. For now, I'm okay, but yeah, maybe. See, I knew you were gonna say that, Kaz. I knew you were gonna say that. That's why I told him. You know, you were gonna give him the intercontinental slipper of death. All right. Never say that I sound like Jake Gyllenhaal, whatever his name is. Kaz does not like that guy. Well, that's fair, Hazza. But like I said, here we don't even need to address that discussion. I mean, you can say it to whoever you want, you know, but don't worry about it. Like I said, let's not even discuss it. Let's not even give that discussion legitimacy, guys. We don't even need to worry about it. Just enjoy and have fun, you know? It's honest. The Intercontinental Slipper's on the way to Glorify's house. Understood, Kaz. Glorify, I'ma pray for you, man. Or in my Chinese accent, I'ma play for you, okay? I'ma play for you tonight. Horatio, right now a trading system is not on the table, so I've avoided any discussions around it. When the devs have started to work on it, I'll let you guys know. A lot of people have been talking about it, and a lot of people do want it, but right now it's not on the table. I say this again as, you know, as a man in my position. Look, it's not on the table right now. When it's on the table, believe me, I'll be the first to tell you guys about it. No problem, Horatio. Oh right, you don't like Ryan Gosling either. For a second, I thought you were saying Ryan Reynolds, but I was like, wait a minute, you like Ryan Reynolds? And we gotta watch all the Deadpool movies again, Kaz. We gotta have ourselves a little marathon, you know? We're starting to get back into our movie date nights on Sunday, you know? So we're gonna be doing a little bit of that. Watch some more movies and shows. We're gonna have some TV watching time after my show ends later tonight. So it's gonna be a good day, for sure. Yes, it is. Absolutely, Joel Smith. The MP that I have is entirely due to MP Collector. So, but also, don't forget, because this is block hyper mining, you're going to be killing enemies very quickly. Once you kill enemies quickly, they will drop MP drops. So you technically can go through this without even needing MP Collector. Just so you know. You can do it without needing MP Collector. It is possible. Yeah, for sure, Kaz, for sure. One of these upcoming Sundays, we will schedule that in. Yes, it does, DJ Sammy. Yes, it does. If you watch my video on Bunny's farming build, this is actually explained to you, so I would suggest watching all the videos. Again, a lot of the stuff that you might ask have actually already been explained in the videos to you guys. So don't hesitate to check out the videos, guys. Because if you pay attention to everything I say, I talk a lot about this kind of stuff. So try not to skip through the videos. I know some people are a bit impatient, but try not to skip through the videos. The more you guys study the videos, the more you guys will learn. I promise you that. On the bosses, you don't really need it, but you can if you want to. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, my guy. Here I use it for a bit of this, but I can show you a run completely without it. And it would be just the same. I might run out of MP once or twice, but most of the time you can get enough supplementary MP drops while you're going around. I'll just throw Decimator on and we're good to go. Sorry, my speech is getting a little bit fast again. Let me slow down a little bit. But yeah, we'll just take out MP Collector. We'll put in Decimator right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, that's good. This is 20. All right. So we'll go in again. And once again, I will show you guys, you know, this is now without MP Collector. The results are pretty much the same. When I first released my farming bunny vids and all that, a lot of people said, oh, how can you run a farming vid without MP Collector? Because they were blindly following a lot of the people. I told them, it's just up to you. You can do whatever you want. There are many options in this game. The more you master, the more you learn, the stronger you are. Okay, so, you know, even I myself vary my builds occasionally. Understandable, Kaz. Understandable. Fair enough, DJ Sammy. But again, I highly suggest studying the videos first a bit more, because that way you learn the whole picture, I should say. So yeah, no, definitely do ask questions, but try to look at the videos a bit more first before you ask your questions. That way, it saves us both time, because I've already put a lot of effort into the videos in answering most of the general questions that you guys may ask. So I appreciate it, but please do try and study the videos as much as you can. Try not to skip, because even in some sections of the videos, you may get information from other sections, all right? So be aware of that. That is how it is, Alpha Dad. I mean, you can always use the best build. That'll obviously be mine. But learning variations is also important, because you never know when it'll come in handy. Now keep in mind that what you're seeing right here is the no MP Collector version. Alright, this one is with Decimator, and what I'm doing is I'm just getting buffs as I go along. So as I go along, I get buffs, I kill, you know, off we go. I don't really run out of MP that often, but again, if really needed, I may take a moment to, you know, at least... you know, stop my run for a bit to regenerate MP. So this is something you can do if you want to.
careful, Descendant. We're picking up a signal for a unit whose power capabilities are off the scale.
But yeah, this run was without MP Collector, and again, you know, it's not too big of a deal. You'll see pretty much the same level of utility between both. Horatio, I do like being a sensei. And thank you for all the likes on stream, guys. I appreciate that.
Multiple Vulgus forces detected. Recommend elimination of all their defensive forces.
So just like that with all the MP drops, I still don't run out of MP. So this is why in general, there's no need for MP Collector. You can choose to use more damage or all that kind of stuff. It's really up to you. But yeah. You can even use Dangerous Ambush, Preemptive Strike. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Technique Manual, some people like to do a bit of that. So yeah, there are many options and many moves.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
You finally got Ultimate Bunny cooking. You need one more part for Ultimate Ajax and you're excited?
We need to eliminate
Sounds good,
them
my guy.
immediately.
Stay excited. That's good. Pressing the hearts? What hearts? You mean the heart emoji on my stream? No, that's just for you guys to have fun with. The heart emoji on the screen is just to for you guys to play around with. No, the thumbs up button, which is the like button, is the only thing that matters. That is, the more likes we get, the more that YouTube will say, hey, people are really enjoying the show. Let's recommend it to more people. You know, that and sharing the stream on social media. But if you want to have fun, you want to spam my screen with emojis, you can use the heart icon there to have some fun. It's mostly designed for viewers with itchy fingers, so that you guys can just have something to press. I'm personally looking forward to the inversion reinforcer. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, we'll see how all of it goes, you know? Might be some potent weapons. That's okay, Will. The main thing to remember is make sure that you like the stream, alright? Hitting the like button on YouTube, always very good. Then share the stream on social media, wherever you can. You know, share the stream. Then that's about it. That's all it really takes. Other than that, you know, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And of course, as Nightbot says right there, if you decide that you like my streams after you've been here a while, make sure you register me as your content creator, as your official content creator for Nexon. It would help me out tremendously. It's free to do so as well. The void shards, as in where the best farms for them may change, but we'll see. I don't know if they'll all be the same. This will be something that we have to investigate over time. But I've no doubt that the creator of that spreadsheet will probably update it once the new season comes out, so I'm not gonna sweat it. Thank you, Chivalry. That's a real compliment. I genuinely am very grateful to have my hard work be recognized because, like I said, I was brought on to do this entirely free to play, so it's taken me a lot longer than the people who are allowed to use shortcuts and things like that. But I'm very glad that I've taken that extra time and I took those restrictions on because it lets my information be as accurate as possible, and I'm definitely doing my best to ensure that you guys get the good stuff. So thank you very much. I do appreciate that. That's a major compliment, and it proves that my effort has not been in vain. I don't believe that they're changing the void reactor costs that much. I believe that they're more focused on changing the void fragments themselves, the ones near to the reactors. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how they're going to balance it versus the drops that we already get from like the special operations. You're right on that. Doing the best I can, Horatio. But I appreciate those that support the stream. I'm very grateful. And remember, support doesn't just mean with money. You can support by liking the stream for free. You can share the stream on social media. That is a big, big help. The more people that talk about the stream, the more people that talk about me as a creator, the better. So thank you very much. Remember, support doesn't just come from money. I've always said it. I love money. There's nobody on this planet that doesn't love money. But you don't have to have money to support.
Target this unit first.
Enemy commander's at B. Okay, got it. Was wondering where he went.
Their defensive forces are closing in from all sides. We'll need to intercept them swiftly.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, plus, don't forget, YouTube rewards streamers and content creators with ad revenue. So, because YouTube pays me based on the watch time, if you've got YouTube Premium or things like that, I am more than happy, you know? Either watching the ads or using YouTube Premium or whatnot. All of this can really help your streamer out, so don't ever feel that there's only one way. There's always more than one way. That is the best way, Sean. Like I said, sometimes it's just a string of bad luck. Bad luck should never be, you know, bad luck is just bad luck. It happens to everybody. Always change up your feng shui, and you'll feel a lot better. Well, thank you, Willie. I appreciate that. about it. Why does this character have so much hit points? May adjust it later on for a little extra damage instead. Pretty much, a lot of people go into games like this feeling like there's a lot to unlock, or they feel overwhelmed or daunted, but realistically, if you've got a good place to hang out, you've got some good vibes while farming, it changes your entire perspective on things, because, you know, you're having fun while farming and you don't feel alone. For me, I love streaming while farming because even something as droll and boring as just leveling up my weapon can be a very fun activity. Because for me, I'm like, hey, now I can just relax with my crew, have some fun, farm up my stuff, and things will look good. That's okay, Sam. Come when you can. There's no early or late. Attend when you have the time, my friend. Much like with the game itself, you know, watching a stream should never feel like a job. Come when you like. That is a good way to do things, glorify the great, but you can also directly farm the bosses. There's no right or wrong answer for that, because look, combining Transcendent modules is random. You could get the same module 17 times in a row, and then you're gonna feel equally frustrated farming the same boss over and over. So what I did was I did a mix of both. I combined modules whenever I would get extras, and I also focused on working my way up through the bosses by improving my characters, working on my builds, and hey, I've already paved the way, so you can just copy my builds now. Maybe one day, Fred. Definitely, if you make the suggestion to the First Descendant, you know, maybe the devs will hear you out. They could do that. Oh yeah, absolutely, Chivalry. Now, some people get very lucky and get it over and over, but that's why the way I made myself less bored with that was that whenever I would do it, I would invite some friends over to help me with it, or I would level up a new character. During the first time that I leveled up the new character, I would clear the Thunder Cage. The problem is that I now have the Last Dagger and Fallen Hope to also finish, so that's going to be a little bit of a pain. But maybe someday when I'm bored or have nothing else to do, I'll go back and finish that. Well, don't worry, Glorify the Great. The Firearm Master is the last thing you need in the build, so don't sweat it too much, okay? It's not an absolute necessity. You can function without it just as well. So take your time to earn it, and combine slowly. Don't rush it, alright? It is an important mod, but it's also not the be-all of the build. Everything else, you know, having everything else still puts it, you know, in a good place. The reactor, now that's going to be a difficult one. Especially if you're going for the glass cannon. The reactor is always extremely difficult. Because even for me, farming a reactor can be a very arduous process. And getting the right rolls on the reactor, oof, that is a whole nother animal. I'll tell you that much. And Neon Protege, yes, there's 150 meter range on XP sharing. So do be aware of that. Now, please bear with me. I'm just going to go and test something loosely in the background. What's worse, farming a reactor or a Descendant? Farming a reactor is by far worse. In fact, would you like to see some reactor farming? Would you like to see how difficult it can really be? I will happily do it right now. I'm relaxing either way while working on my stuff, so why don't I show you guys?
What can I help you with?
Well, Neon Protege, if they refuse to believe you, there's nothing you can do. I mean, at most, you could tell them, hey, you know, this is how it works, but if they choose to not believe you, then, again, you can't exactly force them. So... while I would love to help you out there is very little we can do realistically, so we have to kind of just accept it. Right. Okay. A moment of one. Okay, for this particular one, we're going to use a slightly different build. We're going to use the high voltage variant. All right, this one comes with additional extra range. So we're going to go private, Kingston Fallen Theater. That is how it is, Bradis, because not only do you have to find a gold reactor for the correct weapon, you also have to find it with the right rolls. It is extremely terrible. Hello, Ricksaw, Profiler, what's up? This is why I think that they really do need to change the reactor farming methodologies, but also I never worry about reactor farming. What I personally do is I just get what I get, and I go with what I go. That's why I refuse to do builds that say, oh, you must have this gold reactor to do this, this, this. I'm like, no, okay? Most people don't have one. That's why all of my builds focus on purple reactors instead, because they are very easily accessible. I want to make sure my builds are accessible to all. That is what I do. Other creators may feel differently, other people may feel differently. That's okay if they want to waste 10,000 years of their life on farming something perfect that may not even be valid 2-3 months later. You know, I'm not like that. I want to make sure that you guys have the best time. Oh yeah, me too. I will occasionally do it in spurts like this. You see? So I'll just go around, do a little bit of zip zap zoom, and there I go. But again, this is the reason why a lot of people are not suitable for being creators. I'm not trying to downplay anyone or rag on anyone, but what I have to say is that a customer-focused approach, and although I get misunderstood occasionally by people, a customer-focused approach is something that's always at the forefront of my mind. I'm always thinking about a customer-oriented approach. So that is quite important to me, and quite important in making sure that people understand that that is my ultimate approach to things.
The invading Vulcan forces are establishing positions. We need to clear out the building before they really dig in. I'm picking up enemy transmission signals. Be careful. Descendant, I've been informed that the Vulgus transmission system has a very limited range. This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston. We're receiving sightings of a powerful Vulgus unit. If we defeat him, the rest will retreat. All Vulgus transmission signals have ceased. Great job, Descendant.
But yes, no, there is a range limit on XP, Willie. Sorry, I missed that statement from you. It is to, as Hellmeyer says, it is to discourage bot farming or people just AFKing on maps. No, there is an XP range limit, and it is 150 meters. If you go and destroy something on the other side of the map, you may be unintentionally trolling somebody, you know, because if you guys are in the same party, but you know you're not fighting together or within 150 meters of one another, it usually results in them getting no XP or you getting no XP, and either way it's less effective. So whenever I farm stuff, like let's say I'm with Kaz or one of my members and I'm farming something, we try and stay within 150 meters of each other.
The invading Vulgus forces are establishing positions. We need to clear out the building before they really dig in.
The right weapon, right attribute, but the traits are important, Sean. If you want to reach the higher heights of damage, definitely the traits do matter. I can understand why it can be frustrating, but after a while of farming the hard mode bosses, you usually find some good reactors here and there, because the hard mode bosses themselves always drop a random smattering of reactors, and that's where I usually get the stuff. Does the distance also affect the XP distribution?
The rest will retreat. All Vulgus transmission signals. Great job, Descendant.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, for example, let's say you go past 150 meters, Lou, then you're getting XP when you on whatever point you're running, but the people who are 150 meters away are not getting XP. So yes, it doesn't affect the distribution of XP, but basically once you're past 150 meters, nobody's going to be getting XP. It is way better if you stick with people. Yes, I know the runs can be a bit slower, but in general, it's best to conquer 2 points at once, no more than that. That way, players are getting XP from both points. They may miss out on a little bit of gold or stuff like that, but it's usually okay. For the best XP, it's better if you clear 2 points that are close to each other than 2 points that are close to each other. Try not to go to the furthest point or try to speed up the run or things like that. Yes, bunny players do like to go fast, but I'm a bunny player myself, and I will say never ever try to speed run something too much, because you got to be aware and care for the other people in your run as well. Always have that group group-oriented mindset, is what I would say.
This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston.
Profiler, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they will return, but you cannot quote me on that because it's my first season as well. I don't know. So I purchased mine just to not miss out in future, but they may come back in rotation. Again, I cannot give you a concrete answer right now because I don't know for certain.
Forces are establishing positions. We need to clear out the building before they really dig in.
Nice, Chivalry. Well done.
Transmission signals. Be careful. Descendant. I've been informed that the Vulgus transmission
You're welcome, Lou.
system has a
And don't
very
worry, you can just call me
limited
Robot. It's okay. A lot easier than saying Asian Robot. Just call me Robot. It's all good. But yes, just remember, 150 is the rule. Make sure that you guys try and keep within it if you can.
We're receiving sightings of a powerful Vulgus unit.
Whenever I see somebody running off, I know, this person has not had experience with the game yet. So I usually will tell them, hey, I'll try to say it in a pleasant manner. Hey, 150 meters is the limit of sharing range for XP, so let's try and keep within that. And if they do, then good. If they don't, then that's also okay. I mean, can't really force them, can I? Oh, that was singular, but fire. Ugh. Ugh. No, thank you. And that was on a chill reactor, too. Such a waste. Ooh, shield recovery in combat with gold defense, though. I mean, I do prefer MP recovery modifier, but you never know. Could be worth it. Could be. I'll keep it for now, just in case. There's always a just in case for me. That's why sometimes I end up a little bit over stuff. But it's okay. All part of the process. Speaking of the process, I believe this is now done. So I can junk this for life. Yes. As I finish more and more purple weapons, I will just junk them all. That'll free up some extra space. Fair enough, Track. I just explained the 150 meter range to them.
The invading Vulgus forces are establishing positions. We need to clear out the building before they really dig in. I'm picking up enemy transmission signals.
I just can't wait for the reactor filters to come in. That way I can just set up my filters and off I go.
This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston. We're receiving sightings of a powerful Vulgus unit. We defeat him, the rest will retreat. All Vulgus transmission signals have ceased. Great job.
Nice, Chivalry. Good job.
The invading Vulgus forces are establishing positions. We need to clear out the building before they really dig in.
Quality of life updates will definitely be good.
Transmission signals.
I'm always down for those, eh?
Descendant. I've been informed that the Vulgus transmission system has a very limited range. This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston.
Also, we'll finally be able to cut out the dialogue of the NPCs. So don't worry, if you're like me and you get bored of hearing Marcus saying that the Vulgus transmitter has very limited range, you will be able to not hear it anymore soon.
All Vulgus transmission signals have ceased. Great job, Descendant. The invading Vulgus forces are establishing positions. We need to clear out the building before they really dig in. I'm picking up enemy transmission signals. Be careful. Descendant. I've been informed that the Vulgus transmission system has a very limited range. This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston. We're receiving sightings of a powerful Vulgus.
It's not automatically dismantling, but when you junk them, which is a single press of the shift button, it'll probably be a lot easier.
The invading Vulgus establishing positions. We need to clear out the building before they really dig in. I'm picking up enemy transmission signals. Be careful. Descendant, I've been informed that the Vulgus transmission
Well, I'm happy to
system
hear
is
that,
very
Death Dawning.
limited range.
But unfortunately, and I just want to be very open with everybody about this, we will actually only get to see a true picture of the decline in player base, because I think when the first batch of supporters finally expires, for those that choose not to renew, we'll actually be able to see how many players have genuinely left the game. So I think all creators will see a drop in their support account, because a lot of people came in at the start, you know, they were super enthusiastic, but we'll have to see, because there may also be returning players who will tune into streams afterward, and you know, we'll have to see whether they've changed their minds, things like that. But you know, I'm confident I'll get a proper account of my support account, you know, soonish. So I'm not too worried on it. It has been good, but unfortunately, yeah, I was very close to breaking through, I think, 1,000, but it's gonna be set back a little bit. But still, for me, that's okay, because it's an honest representation, and I'd rather be honest about everything.
The invading Vulgus forces are establishing.
No, you can renew your support early, Hellmeyer. You can just go to the registration page and click Extend Support. If you extend support, it extends it for another month. So basically, just extend it every month, and it's all good. It'll tell you until when you extend it to, but yeah, basically every 2 months you have to just, you know, do it again. Just extend it. It's free. There's no cost or anything. It's just, you know, it's to make sure that the people genuinely are keeping up with the streamer / content creator, and the content creator is not falsely inflating their numbers with bots that just don't do anything or, you know, stay there forever.
We need to clear out the building before they really dig in. I'm picking up enemy transmission signals. Be careful.
That is how it is, Alpha Dad. That's why a lot of people don't like to use the Slayer set, because it comes with a lot of shield. Thanks, Renee.
There must be an enemy command
I appreciate
center
that. If I have your vote, then I'm happy. Yep, no worries, Hellmeyer. I would appreciate it if you do that. But you can extend early, like there's genuinely no problem. Extend early, that way there's no confusion and no problem. You can just hit the link right now, which is up there. Hit the link, make sure you've extended, you're good to go. There is no sweating. There's no sweating involved.
We need to clear out the building before they really dig in.
That way, once you extend your support, you've got peace of mind. Worry about it next month.
Transmission system has a very limited range. This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston. I'm picking up enemy transmission signals. Be careful.
Yep, it's all going well, Jose. By the way, I've sent you the Discord invite, Jose, as well. Please do make sure that you've already joined the Discord. I'll give you your induction later if you've already joined, after I'm done with stream. Lol. Well, congratulations on having 9 million Kuiper then. Done well, done well. Of course, Black Goku. Do it. Test it. It has been proven by so many people already, so it's very good. Enjoy. I have absolute confidence in it. While I can certainly say that increasing movement speed would be useful, certainly for speed farming in some ways, I do also have to say that if it would take away from my damage or my utilities, I don't know. I still might not go for that. So it'll really depend on what the so-called cost of it is. You know, if it was gonna cost me, then I might not actually go for it, you know? So I'd be okay with it, but most builds, because of the limited number of module spots that we have to increase crit rate, damage, all that kind of stuff, it can be pretty hard to fit in any other utility. So while it might be useful for some farming builds, probably not as useful for actual combat, so we'll have to see.
This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston.
So that is my honest mixed feeling about it.
We're receiving sightings of a powerful vulcan.
Very good, very good. Nice job.
The rest will retreat.
Now make sure it's a gold one for your particular weapon.
Great job, Descendant.
Hey Jay. Hello to you too from work. I'm also at work. You know, so many people often forget that content creation is down. Not saying you, Jay, but like so many people forget. So I'm like, yeah, I'm at work too. Hi from work. Because this is my work.
That the Vulgus transmission system has very limited range. This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston.
And for anyone that thinks this might be a dream job, you have no idea the amount of hours and effort you have to put in. I welcome anyone to try though, because it is one of the most difficult jobs to succeed in. It's practically like running your own business, and if you have loans to pay back, y'all better be prepared. Chivalry, if it had its own slot, then sure, but I can't foresee them adding something like that. It would simply be too OP. And mod capacity would probably also be a problem, so yeah, I can't really see that happening, in my honest opinion.
This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston.
Thanks, Colin J, for extending support. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Thank you, my guy. I appreciate you all doing that for me.
Great job, Descendant.
Actually, let me just check in on my support account for 1 second. I've never actually done that for a while. Also, please do, for those that need the link, I'm just going to put it up. It's entirely optional whether you want to or not. Absolutely, speaker. It is quite a difficult task, job, whatever, but it's fun. It is fun, especially if you've got a lot of passion for it. I'll take my little ginger tea and check things out. There's actually some more numbers that you guys don't get to see. Those are the numbers I'm actually checking on. Secret hidden numbers. Yeah, that will be about right. Okay. But yeah, like I said, I'm expecting quite a drop off in 4 or 5 days time, when those that choose not to renew, once they're so-called out of the system, you know, I'm expecting quite a drop off, but it should be all right. No problem, Hyung. Happy to help. That is what we do here. Okay, very good.
The Construct Corps have it rough. Who would have thought that RK would manifest in Kyle?
Who would have thought that RK would manifest in Kyle? I love the banter. If you guys haven't heard the banter with the soldiers, it's pretty good sometimes, you know? I love to listen to it. You can hear some funny stuff.
This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston. I'm picking up enemy transmission signals. Be careful. We're receiving sightings of a powerful Vulgus unit. If we defeat him, the rest will retreat. All Vulgus transmission signals have ceased. Great job.
Any recommendations for what, Chicken Chaser? Just keep playing, just keep rolling, and make sure the stream is up to get the best luck possible.
We need to clear out the building.
No problem, Jose. I will make sure to give you your induction after stream.
I've been informed that the Vulgus transmission system has a very limited range. This means there must be an enemy command center.
Yeah, that could work. That could work, Chivalry. Like, there could be different types of movement mods. It could have a cost of 0 when fully upgraded. And you could put it in and it could only apply out of combat. Yeah, that could work. That could work. It could have its own slot. That way you could get around the map faster, things like that. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind, you know? That kind of idea I would be down for. Maybe you should make a recommendation to the First Descendant devs via social media or official Discord. I could get behind that. Oh, Chicken Chaser, listen.
need to clear
You
out
know
the
what?
building
We have
before they
two
really
policies.
dig
If we're farming in a group, we
in.
farm
Picking up
5.
enemy transmission
If I'm
signals.
farming alone, I
Be
farm 10.
careful.
And once we have 10, we open them up.
I've been informed that
That's
the
how we go.
Vulcan's transmission system has
We
very
don't
limited
go too ham. The maximum we do is 10. If people say farm 30, 40, what if you get it on your first one? And what are you gonna do with the other 29?
We received sightings of a powerful Vulgus unit.
We do
We
5.
defeat him. The
We do
rest will
5,
retreat.
we Gemba.
All
Either that
Vulgus
or we do
transmission
10,
signals have
we Gemba.
ceased. Great job, Descendant.
I know, right? Bro, Kyle getting roasted by the NPCs. Who would have thought RK would manifest in Kyle like, bro, man literally built himself an Iron Man suit.
I'm picking
Poor-
up enemy
poor
transmission
Kyle.
signals. Be careful. Descendant. I've been
Yeah.
informed that the Vulgus
If I'm
transmission
farming with
system
friends,
has
we
very
do
limited
5.
range.
If we're farming alone, we do 10. Or if I'm farming something hardcore, that's a 10% drop rate, we do 10. But otherwise, we just go
We
for
received
5.
sightings of a powerful Vulgus unit. If we defeat him, the rest will retreat. All Vulgus transmission signals have ceased. Great job, Descendant.
Yeah, I myself have some Amorphous that I don't open yet. A non-ultimate build strictly for farming, you can apply the ultimate bunny farming build to normal bunny. Just that you cannot use the Transcendent mod, that's all. So don't worry about it. If you can use the same modules for a normal bunny. However, again, I always highly encourage everybody to get the ultimate bunny. It's not difficult to farm, and on top of that, they have access to extra Transcendent modules, better stats, and in future, if extra Transcendent modules come out for ultimates, you know, they'll immediately have access. So I highly encourage people to farm the ultimate. It's not difficult, I promise you. It may take a bit of time depending on your luck, but it is not difficult. Therefore, it's usually better to invest your energy activator and crystallization catalyst into the ultimate rather than doing it on the non-ultimate. However, for the farming builds, you can definitely do them on the normal bunny as well. Okay, it's only the Transcendent module that you may have some issue with. So I hope that clarifies things. Okay, adjusted. No problem, Renee. Well, what you can do is hit them up on social media, Chivalry. Twitter, Instagram, go to the official Discord and make a post on feedback and suggestions. There's a lot of ways that you can reach them. They may not respond to you, but they do take a look at their social media and read what is being sent to them. So yeah, social media is usually one of the best ways. In fact, it's the way that I encourage a lot of people to try, you know. Twitter, I will usually just tweet at First Descendant, even if they don't respond. You know, sometimes they'll take a look. They might see some stuff. Nice job, Sam. Nice job. Okay. Oops, didn't even activate this thing. My bad.
Invading Vulgus forces are establishing position.
Bad my.
We need to clear out the building before they really dig in. I'm picking up enemy transmission signals. Be
But yeah,
careful.
this is how bad reactor farming is. Have you seen, like, you've seen the amount of runs that I've done, right? And the amount of sets that I've done. But in this entire time, I have barely found one reactor that I can use. This is why I don't recommend hardcore reactor farming. What I would normally do is I'll just farm a couple here and there, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there. And then, you know, when I'm doing other stuff, I may find some more reactors, you know. So that's normally what I do, and it seems to work well enough. So it helps a lot if I do that. That way, no big problems, no big issues.
We need to clear out the building.
Looks
before
good
they
enough for
really
me.
dig I'm picking up enemy transmission signals. Be careful. Descendant, I've been informed that the Vulgus transmission system has a very limited range. This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston. We're receiving sightings of a powerful Vulgus unit. If we defeat him, the rest will retreat. All
Hello,
Vulgus
B-Seong.
transmission
How's it
signals
going?
have ceased. Great
I
job,
hope you're going good.
The invading Vulgus forces are establishing positions. We need to clear up the
Subscriber
building
detected.
before they really dig in. I'm
Yep.
picking up enemy transmission signals. Be careful. Descendant.
I'm just showing people
subscribers
how
detected.
wild the reactor farming can be.
This means there must be an enemy.
No problem,
command
Frank.
center
You have a good day
somewhere.
at work, buddy. Hope you've enjoyed vibing.
We're receiving sightings of a powerful Vulgus unit. If we defeat him, the rest will retreat. All Vulgus transmission signals have ceased. Great job, Descendant. The invading Vulgus forces are establishing positions. We need to clear out the building before they really dig in. I'm picking up enemy transmission signals. Be careful. Descendant, I've been informed that the Vulgus transmission system has a very limited range. This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston. We're receiving sightings of a powerful Vulgus unit. If we defeat him, the rest will retreat. All Vulgus transmission signals have ceased. Great job, Descendant. The invading Vulgus forces are establishing positions.
Well, Mr. Black Goku, that is extremely unlucky for you. Nothing much you can do. Maybe there is an evil spirit following you. Perhaps you will need to conduct an exorcism. So I would suggest consulting your local church. But honestly, it's just bad luck, my guy. Or if you are not Christian, you can also apply whatever religion you're using. You can go see a Bomo, you can go see all sorts of different means of getting rid, or you can go see a shaman, you know, all sorts of means of getting rid of bad luck. Well, you see, the thing about Stream Luck is that you have to be here every day, my pal. So if you're here every day, haven't you noticed that the people who are here every day always have good luck?
I've been informed that the Vulgus transmission system has a very limited range.
Yes, Parko, that is actually quite the truth.
There must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston.
The gold rolls are very, very rare, especially on the weapon mounting that you desire. So yes, the probability is actually lower than that. The actual calculation is something like 0. Was it 0.035? Somewhere around there, rounded.
The invading Vulgus forces are establishing positions. We need to clear
It's
out
all
the
good,
building
B.
before
I
they
hope
really
that,
begin.
you know, you will get it eventually, Black Goku. Don't worry about it
Picking
too
up
much.
enemy transmission signals.
Let
Be
the bad
careful.
luck pass.
Descendant.
Sometimes you have to just let the bad luck run its course, and then you'll get what you need.
This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston.
Oh, the stream luck always works, but, you know, sometimes people, you gotta let the bad feng shui out. Like, look, you know, I'm Chinese, and I will always say and believe in this. You know, there's a flow when it comes to luck, and sometimes when you're just not having that luck, you gotta change up the feng shui. So don't sweat it too much.
We need to clear out the building before they really dig in.
Yeah, no, I'm not having much luck with this one, but I'm okay. I already have a reactor that I like, so I'm just doing this mostly to show people how difficult it is to get a good roll. And they've seen how many reactors I've, like, eliminated already, so, you know, I'm not too settled.
We're receiving sightings of a powerful Vulgus unit. If we defeat
I think
him,
it's the opposite way around, Mr. Black Goku. I think the Middle East is not sending enough energy to me. Y'all need to send me more of your energy, okay? Maybe a little bit of oil too, but send me more of your energy, send me more of your oil, and we'll be all good. But yeah, honest to God, just let the luck flow. It's okay. Eventually, you will get it. Yeah, for now, like, I'll look through these reactors real quickly usually, and I'll see, Anything good? Nothing good? Then nope. If I see some terrible gold roll, I'm like, nope. Insta deleted. No need to think. Do not think too hard. Do not think too hard, but occasionally think while hard. Well, you wouldn't need 100 of them. Don't be a hoarder either. If you hoard too much, you're not actually going to get anything done. But yeah, to be honest, Foxtrot, I don't worry about the reactors. I do a little bit here and there, and off I go. Is there a max DPS on reactors? Reactors don't have DPS. The amount of damage that the skill does is dependent upon what boosts the reactor has. So just be aware of that. It has nothing to do with the reactors don't have their own individual DPS. All right. Reactors just go up to 11,724.62 skill power. The rest of it comes from the various types of boosts on the reactor. So just be aware of that. 11,726 is the limit, and if you're looking at the ones down the bottom, that is based on your individual skill. So don't look at the ones down the bottom. That's not going to help you. The ones down the bottom is just a guideline for your skills. What you're really looking at is the gold rolls. The gold rolls and the ones down the bottom don't take into account attack versus Colossus. Okay, the additional attack versus Colossus is not considered, so take note of that. So yeah, please, when you're looking at reactors, use the bottom bits only as a guideline. The main important thing is what rolls on your reactor and what kind of mounting it has, or what type of weapon it works for. How many times can you upgrade a reactor? 2 times only. Well, Parco, there's been talk of this kind of thing from the players, but it's up to the devs whether they want to do it or not. Me personally, I would. I would in a heartbeat, because I feel that it's so silly that the roll pool is so diluted. Listen, Foxtrot, it might be good. It's not, you shouldn't do that. You know, you hoard too much and you will suffer. CT Nut, have you seen my videos on that? Because if you are unsure where to go for Kyber or Gold, I will link you to my playlist right now. Bookmark the playlist. All my videos are in there. There's videos about farming gold, XP, and code breakers. There's also a video about how to farm Kyber properly. So do check out those videos. They'll help you a lot. So please check them out. There is no such thing as just this one mission does this. No. There's a lot of stuff you need to understand. So please do watch the videos instead. I promise you, if you don't find them useful, you don't have to worry about me ever again. But I would highly, highly recommend you check out the videos. They are very helpful and they will teach you how to properly farm it. No problem at all. I am very confident in my work. Sure, Fred.
Descendant, number 17 here. I'll be assisting you on this operation.
Good. I'm glad you enjoy them.
Enemy structure operation. Initiating full
In that
scale
case,
fire.
since you already know me, CT Nut, then definitely do check out the videos on how to farm gold, Kyber, all this. It'll help you a lot. We'll have to see, Parco. There's no best, there's no idea right now. I only judge what I've seen with my own 2 eyes and experience with my own 2 eyes. So I will wait until the season drops before making a judgment. There's no point in theory crafting, in my personal opinion, and there's also no point in thinking beforehand. Because if you set an expectation beforehand, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. In life, I have learned one thing. Never set yourself up for disappointment. The only thing you should ever do is ask yourself, okay, what are the facts? If you follow the facts, you will never go wrong. And most importantly, you will never be disappointed. So I'll wait. I'll wait and then I'll make my judgment after I see the dungeons.
New subscriber detected.
Looks good. Some new humans came in. As I mentioned before, Chivalry, DPS is not very important at all. DPS is just guidance. You can falsely inflate DPS by putting expand magazine charge on your weapon. This is why we don't use DPS as a guidance. What you really need to know is how to up the actual damage that your weapon deals. That is far more important. So don't ever worry about DPS, okay? That's my secret advice. Of course, you can always wait for my builds, but realistically speaking, if you want to do well on your own, never look at DPS. DPS is a guidance. In fact, do you know that when I'm building a weapon now, I don't even look at the DPS count. The only thing I'm looking at is the actual stats. So yes, DPS never matters. Where can you see the patch notes? Wait until they're out. When they're out, I'll have a video on there and it'll have a link to the patch notes. Usually they put it in their news section on the First Descendant website, but sometimes they release it on other media early. You never know. Yeah, pretty much, Jose. The odds are very, very small. That's why it's like problematic. Death Dawning is another level of nerd. But yeah, don't ever worry about increasing DPS. Like I said, even for, oh man, my game crashed. That was the first time that crashed in a long while. Huh. Very interesting. Gonna quickly check my GPU temperature. No, my GPU temperature is normal. That's a wild one. Okay, I'ma just restart my game, I guess. Wild. Well, I can take my time to message Jose back. Yeah, you will see it once you get your role. I will have to wait till after stream, though. Sorry, Jose. You'll be waiting a little while before you can actually see everything in the Discord. So I apologize, but I will induct you right after stream ends. I know we're both nerds, but you're more of a nerd than I am, Death Dawning, and you know it. You actually... Okay, well, I guess I have a simplified Excel sheet. I don't go as in-depth as Death Dawning, but I do have my own Excel spreadsheet, yes. So I do adjust things. Yes. Hey, Arcane, what's up? So, I mean, yeah, but, you know, look, you're more of a nerd than I am, okay? You probably have a full sheet and full calculations. I just have a sample sheet. It's pretty in-depth, though, but, I mean, it's not... I'm assuming it's probably not as in-depth. Yeah, it's weird crashing, but that was a strange one. I think the problem was also on YouTube itself, so you know, that could have happened. It says YouTube is not receiving data. What? But my OBS is fine. Well, we are both calculators and we know it, so it's okay. What do you mean you haven't heard from Arcane? He's been here every day. You just don't show up in the mornings, Death Dawning. I mean, you have a life, but still, you know. Okay, back into the game. All right. Oh, Rena already did the introduction. LOL. I mean, I'll post that same thing. I'll give Jose a roll now. man. Rena, thanks for doing that. Yeah, some good events like that could be pretty useful. I am down for all that. Back in I go. Time to go gather some more gold and levels. YouTube, why do you say my stream is buffering? What? My stream is literally running just fine. What is this notification? There are no drop frames. The bitrate is perfect. Wonder if there are any problems for people, because I'm not seeing any buffering on my own stream on my phone. What is going on, YouTube? I'll post a notice there just in case, but yeah, this is weird. Okay, well.
Descendant, number 17 here.
I know, I'm good on my own end as well, Rocket Man. It's weird. YouTube itself is telling me, hey, your stream is having problems. I'm like, YouTube, are you drunk? Are you okay? I think YouTube been hitting the sauce a little bit right now, because, yeah, okay, that's weird. Maybe it's just having a moment. Could be, could be. I know YouTube is lying to me because OBS, obviously OBS is the streaming software for those of you that don't know. OBS says everything is fine, so I know YouTube is lying to me, but I'm like, the hell? It might have a bit of the Monday blues, for sure. But either way, better safe than sorry. So I just posted that message anyway, just in case. You know, better safe than sorry always. But yeah, maybe YouTube been hitting the sauce a little bit too much, you know? They just need a moment to breathe. They just in this moment.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Just in time, I can now go for another Raid Shadow Legends battle. Oh yeah. Hey. Now keep in mind that what I'm showing you guys right now is without MP collector. Alright, I was just messing around with it. But yeah, this is without MP collector, so you can still run pretty much everywhere you need to without it. But you will need to pick up the MP drops, which are fairly numerous here, especially for a bunny, so it's not too bad. For other classes, it might be a bit more difficult, but yeah. This generally works well. Not really on sporting behavior, no, because if they leave at the start of the operation, they might have disconnected. They might have crashed or whatever. If they leave midway during the operation after getting certain items that they want, then technically it can be considered unsporting behavior. But whether or not you would choose to take action against a player like that, that one I leave it up to you. Me personally, I just say, look, You know, hopefully everybody keeps the good conduct standards. They don't do anything too wild or weird. If they end up doing anything wild or weird, then I'm just like, okay, let's not do that. Let's be a little bit better, you know?
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
For now, I have not socketed my Transcendent mod slot. You can if you need like a few extra points or something. Some people
They're
do.
reinforcing their defense.
You can choose whether or not you want to.
Eliminate them immediately.
I sometimes do if I am confident that the only Transcendents I need on a character are of that particular socket type. You can also wait till season 1 to do all that kind of stuff, but it's up to you. For me, I don't. Most of the time, I don't. Interesting. Well, whenever there are crashes, please do report these situations, circumstances to the devs where you can. It will help. Because I'm sure they are trying their best to optimize, but the more people that let them know when the crashes are occurring and stuff like that, the better. So even for me, whenever I crash on PC, I just take a little mental note of when it happens, and you know, I might send him a message or two saying, hey, you know, this crash occurred at this time, you know, this kind of thing, you know, we were in a special operation or whatever. Because, yeah, I believe that many things are still being optimized for true cross-platform play.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
So as the seasons go on, don't worry. Optimizations will occur bit by bit. Oh.
Vulgus war energy surge confirmed. Looks like we'll be
Just so
back
you
with
know,
defensive forces.
there's a bit of protection for that. If... excuse me. So sorry. If you disconnected from the game due to a crash or things like that, the devs will have the log. It'll be matched to your character because your character will not be in the mission. So if somebody reports your character for AFK, but they know that you crashed, and it'll say that they're not receiving data or input from your character, basically they know you've crashed, so those kinds of frivolous reports won't go anywhere. Hey, Rico. One thing that I'm very confident about in this game is that the devs do actually properly look at reports, and they do properly observe what's going on. So yeah, I would say genuinely don't sweat it too much. They are very good at what they do. Nice job, Michi. I've got so many of the amorphous from this special operation. One day I do have to open them all up at some point in time. I don't know when, but it's one of the things I need to do. I'll just go in there, pop them all open. I bet you I'll get thousands of crystallization catalysts for sure. This bunny was out of the XP sharing range again.
High-level Vulgus closing in.
Are stabilizers worthless? No, not really. I have found them useful, but don't really expect them to influence much. You know, they do influence things a little bit. They can be helpful, but by and large, you're not going to see a great difference from them, so do be aware of that. Nice, Keisty. Sounds good. Stabilizers for me are, yeah, they're just a little bit of, like, extra, you know? They're just a little bit of extra to help out. Well, the new vendor is coming in October 10th, so we'll see. We don't know any real details right now, but as time goes on, I will definitely let you guys know and help you guys figure out what's going on. Now you see this person, they're going all the way to C. Now obviously I'm not going to report the person, but realistically this can be considered trolling. Alright, by going all the way to C and denying other people XP or gains because you want to try and finish faster, people can get upset and they are well within their rights to report you for it. So if you are a bunny, please do pay attention to your chat. Please stay within 150 meters for XP sharing. If you go beyond 150 meters and people tell you and you don't listen and they get upset, you know, I can't help you in that case, alright? So yeah, there's a lot of people who do these types of operations because they want to finish it fast. But when you try and finish it fast, you're denying other people. And I would never, you know, do that. So always have good gaming etiquette. Always think about your fellow gamers and try to be helpful. Nothing wrong with that, Keisty. A lot of people don't, Manan. This is why I always encourage people. You've got to come to official creators. You've got to talk to us. You've got to learn. Because a lot of these things aren't explained in game and the information is not shared as openly in game. I really think that they should tell people though. But yeah, a lot of people don't know that 150 meters is the range for XP shares. So if you haven't heard about it yet, at least now you know. Try to keep within that 150 meter range so that everybody gets XP that they deserve, and you know, nobody is missing out on items or things like that, because it can be considered a little bit uncool. Yeah, these are the kinds of things that I'd be okay with, like I wouldn't say an on-screen display because there's no way to like create the central locus, but I would say that they should at least tell players in the game itself, you know, rather than having to rely on outside information sources.
High-level Vulgus closing in.
But at least now you know. Finishing something faster is not always the best way. Vaults and Vespers can be a little bit tough at times to find. Alright, either way. Okay. Onward we go. Nothing to do or think about. One more and I should be good. Well, I don't really care much for the Twitch drops. I think that they're okay. But at the same time, like for me, they're just an extra. And I realistically just go there to support other official creators. So I'll just usually turn on an official creator stream for a little while, get my Twitch drops, and I'll go. It's just a way of showing support for the community. But if you really don't want to, just in case anyone doesn't know the secret, you can have the Twitch tab open with the stream playing, just mute the tab, and you'll still get your rewards. And you don't have to listen to the streamer or whatever. So if I'm not supporting like somebody that I know, I'll just do that and just get my rewards and go. No, I'm just chilling and leveling, you know. I'm assuming my members are busy with their own lives or taking breaks or chilling or doing whatever, because I'm not doing anything important. I'm legit running around this place. I've been doing this for 2 hours. Yeah.
Descendant.
So I don't really
Number
need any
17
assistance
here.
or anything.
I'll be assisting you on this operation. Good luck. Enemy structure operation.
I am legitimately just
Initiating full-scale blocking.
chilling and leveling my stuff. Yeah, no, fair enough. Like for me, the Twitch drops have always been extra, so I don't really expect anything good coming out of them. To be perfectly frank, I think YouTube should have its own drops program, and then we should get YouTube drops that are amazing quality. Then I'll probably care, you know? But because the Twitch drops are such an extra for me, and I really hate being forced to have to watch on Twitch, like such a low-level website, I'm just like, you know what? I don't care if they're bad or good. To me, they're just extra.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first. Multiple Vulgus forces detected. Recommend elimination of all their defensive forces.
Yep, there we go. It took a moment because I had to let these guys know XP sharing range is 150 meters. So I get that you guys want to do stuff faster, but you really want to stick within XP sharing range. Normally I don't encounter too many folks that split off, so this is very interesting. Chivalry, the green numbers represent that you are using an effective damage type against the enemy. So each weapon has Burst, Pierce, Crush, and each enemy is weak against a particular type, like Burst, Pierce, Crush. So you get to deal an extra 10% damage if you match that weakness. That's about it. So I hope that answers the question. Twitch is the biggest gaming streaming platform. Yeah, except that it's still a terrible platform. And the reason why I say low level is because their max quality is 1080p, my guy. That's why most professionals will try to avoid Twitch if they can, because they haven't gotten the higher level qualities out, like 1440p or 4K. If you really want to watch a serious stream, like you really want to see games in 4K, next year I'll be able to do 4K streams for you guys. Now, of course, it's going to be based on your internet connection, and you can choose whatever quality suits you, but I want to be able to do 4K streams for my audience, and currently YouTube is the only platform that offers that. None of the other platforms offer it, which is why Twitch is still big, but it's a good site only because from a lot of streamers' perspectives, it's easy to set up, and it also is very simple to run with. You don't need a super strong internet connection, because what they do is they optimize their whole website around 1080p and the content for partners that has better quality. But once you get to, like, after I started doing 1440p streams, I could not go any further. And Fred, I cannot allow that statement. You know, whether I agree or disagree, that statement's a no-no because it's quite extreme. And we are running a clean stream here, so I apologize for that. But I'm gonna remove that message right now. But yeah, I'm just leveling my guns today, chilling. You know, leveling my guns. Nothing else that's too major for me to do. But yeah, the main reason that a lot of people stick with Twitch or that they use Twitch is just because it's easy. It's easy to set up, easy to run. You don't have to think too much, but it's also something where, like, I don't want to be, because not only do they not pay enough, but they've just recently hiked the price of subscriptions on Twitch, which is quite extreme for people that cannot afford it. Whereas on YouTube, I get to set my own prices. My cheapest membership for people to just use the badge and emojis on my channel is very, very inexpensive. It's just $3 You see, I can do that here. I can't do that on Twitch. So, I have no real love for Twitch as a website. From a professional standpoint, I find that the quality is not good enough for what I want to deliver to my audience. Because if I want to deliver that solid audio quality, plus, you know, high stream quality, I have to be on YouTube. Like, once I upgrade my rig next year, my goal is that by June next year, I want to have 4K quality streams. Sorry, Crystal Cream, I have no idea what you're saying. I think you might have typoed a little bit there, so I'll wait until you clarify your statement because I have no idea what you mean.
Olga's warp energy surge confirmed. Looks like we'll be met with defensive forces.
Oh no, Keisty. If he's saying that, I would say absolutely not. Twitch is the worst. No. I was a very unsuccessful streamer on Twitch for a very long time because Twitch does not actually promote your streams to other people. It sends it out to a very small section of people, or people have to discover you by going through the new streamers list or things like that. Most people pull their Twitch viewership from other websites like YouTube. A lot of the biggest Twitch streamers have YouTube channels because they'll say, I stream on Twitch, but here's my video on YouTube, you can watch this. That's how they do it. For me, I realized that the YouTube algorithm will actually send your videos and content out to people who might not even know you. That's how I started my whole career. I started on YouTube and I've stuck with YouTube ever since, because it only took me about 2 months to get partnered on YouTube, and then from there on it was just straight growing. Now still, it was very difficult during the first 2 years where I wasn't really making a lot of income, but over time things built up, and as I got to work on more and more games, I started to learn what's a good game, what's not a good game to stream, all that kind of stuff, and I just kept going and going and going, and here I am. But I tell you, you want exposure? YouTube is the way. even if you have no subscribers, no viewers, if there's people interested in the content, YouTube will help them discover you. That's the most amazing thing. That's why I love YouTube. And that's why I cannot recommend YouTube enough to people starting their careers or for people who are creative. YouTube requires a lot more effort than Twitch. And you have to be very creative. You have to be very consistent with your work. You have to really be passionate about it. But YouTube offers everyone a fair opportunity. It is the fairest website out of all of them because the YouTube algorithm, as much as many, look, I hate saying this, but a lot of smaller creators, they think the YouTube algorithm goes against them. Unfortunately, no. It's just that nobody's interested in their content because there's no viewership for that content. You need to go where the viewership is and then have good content. Then people will discover you. Am I playing other games? At this moment, no. But we do have some projects coming up, so stay tuned for that. Exactly. YouTube will just send me out to random people. And they come, they decide they like my videos, and that's how I built up everything. You know, it's amazing. So ever since I started on YouTube, and it was because my girl Cass said, hey, maybe you should try making some YouTube videos. You know, because previously I was trying for Twitch. I had 4 or 5 months. I was so unsuccessful, and I had just gone full-time. I was losing my confidence. I went on YouTube, and I started making videos, and bada bing, bada boom. My Twitch viewership soared after I made YouTube videos, and then later on, I said, why am I streaming on Twitch when I may as well stream here? And then, as soon as I switched over to streaming here, oh, ever since then, straight upward trajectory. You know, it was a difficult journey, but the trajectory was always upward, and I am so grateful to YouTube because, honestly, they made an amazing platform. It's so good to launch yourself here, and if you start here, the build-up is also not that long. Not as long. So, yeah. On Twitch, there's a secret way to get popular, but it does take a little bit of extra effort. You basically have to go to popular streamers, be part of their communities and stuff. Maybe you have to spend a little extra, then just keep getting them to raid you. As they raid you, you go up in the game's rankings, more and more people know you. That's usually how people do it. But for me, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I'm not very good at social stuff, and I realized that I'm the type of person, excuse me, that wants to keep my integrity no matter what. I felt like I didn't want I mean, I don't mean it to sound bad, but I guess it might, but I do want to say it. I didn't want to bend the knee to anybody else. I wanted to be my own boss and doing my own thing. That's the whole reason I started this. So yeah. Grade 6 Lover Boy, do I want to try Wukong? If the developers of Wukong decided to sponsor me and pay me for my time, then absolutely. But right now, I'm not really interested in streaming for free. I'm always willing to take on paid work. So if somebody paid me for my time, no problem. They can negotiate my rates via my business email, which is realasianrobot@gmail.com. I'm always open to sponsorships, but I am quite expensive. I'm glad for your enthusiasm, Vortec, but yes, let's, you know, remember that I still have to run a clean stream on behalf of Nexon, so don't go too overboard with the insults, okay? YouTube pays me enough. I mean, I live full-time off just this, Chivalry, so hey, I'd say they're paying me all right. Fair enough. And, you know, like I said, Death Dawning, now that I know how to do the 1440p streams, I can't wait till I can deliver 4K streams to you guys. It's such a simple thing to set up. It's so easy to do. I absolutely love it. I am blown away by how good it looks, how amazing it feels. And next year, you mark my words, 4K streams are coming. Well, thanks, Vortec, but, you know, I appreciate it, but, you know, let's not go overboard, like I said. And please don't use caps lock, okay? We can all hear you. There's no need to shout. I'll tell you, I'm a believer. YouTube gives amazing opportunities to people, and this is where I found my place. This is where I made my career. So hell yeah, I believe in this website. This is the best place for anyone that's serious about this as an art form. This is the best place. If you're tired of farming, take a break. Me, I'm never tired of farming. I got plenty of people to talk to, so I'm relaxed. Doing my bit. Having fun, having a good time. I can't complain. I certainly cannot complain.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Not at all, grade 6. I never get tired of grinding games. If you ever get tired of a game, or it starts to feel like a chore, or it's boring, take a break. Especially for games like this. You know? So if you ever feel tired, that's a natural feeling. But please take a break for yourself. Go play something else. Come back 2-3 months later. It's absolutely okay. In fact, this is something we all encourage. We encourage you guys to take breaks. But for me, I don't need them. Well, I have good news for you, OP Toad. Tomorrow, you'll get the Secret Garden, and after that, you get Glaze farming build. Her bossing build may take some time, but the farming build is what you'll use to level her up anyway. So do look forward to that. You are definitely going to get it. That's okay, Michi. There are some people like that, but hey, at the end of the day, my job is just to let people know that you should take breaks, and taking a break is healthy, you know? But if after taking your break you don't come back, that is also okay, and I can completely understand that. There are many people in that particular situation who may not come back after their break, and again, that's okay. There's nothing much we can do about that, you know, just gotta accept it. Maybe they're just not farming that dedicatedly. You know, it could just be something that they wanted to do for a short while and then they need to go. So some people, like, they may not like dedicated hardcore farm, I guess. I'm guesstimating that this is why, but you know, who knows. Well, Prodigy, you are probably insane. And being insane is also not a good thing. Okay? Please make sure that you are a proper, functioning adult man or woman. Okay? Make sure you get yourself a good job, take care of your family, take care of your folks, be kind to others. Okay? Do not succumb and become the basement dweller. If you become the basement dweller, then darkness will come your way. So please be careful, okay? Well, Flowscar, the energy activator is a pain if you're hardcore focusing on it. My advice, don't focus on it. Farm other things. The best thing that you can do for yourself, just so you know, is to farm other things while you farm, like your energy activator or all this kind of stuff. If you focus on farming other things while farming that, you'll generally have an okay time. But if you don't do that, then what'll happen is that you're gonna suffer a lot. Honest answer. So for me personally, I just make sure that, okay, I have gotten what I need to get, and I'm good to go beyond, like, you know, I'm good to go from now on. But anything beyond that, generally no. Very, very the no.
Modules will make you stronger.
As long as you're doing that, Prodigy. Ultimate Valby is hard. Actually, Ultimate Valby is considered the easiest one out of all of them to farm. It's just whether or not you get the good luck with the drop rates or not. But every ultimate will have some difficulties. There's no ultimate that's more difficult than others, or that might be tougher to farm than others. So I honestly would say don't sweat it too much, you know. You'll get what you need. Sorry, the screen will remain dark for a little while, guys, because I'm adjusting a few things in the background. Please bear with me. This is all a necessity for now, and there we are. Okay, grand. Apologies for that. Nice, Keisty. ArcJ. Fair enough. Listen. Play it your way, but guys, please take regular breaks. Don't burn yourselves out. And most importantly, you know, don't go too crazy. Alright, going too insane is also bad. Please go reasonably insane. Okay, this is fine. This is also super fine. Okay, Prodigy. Well, keep it up. Work hard. And please make sure to leave a will behind. That's okay, Nukchors. That's fine. Take a break, take a breather. Everybody needs a breather. Come back when you feel like it. Well, that explains a lot about you, Prodigy. Now, what I'm gonna say is that since you don't sleep and are clearly insane, there is another corner of the room that I want you to stay at. I want you to stay about 200 to 300 meters away from me at all times. And if you have to communicate anything to me, just don't. Okay? There you go. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, Fioscar. Nothing wrong with enjoying a particular playstyle.
Are you ready to undertake a voyage?
I'm not even gathering Amorphous. I'm just gonna do some stuff. Some shenanigans. Happy to hear that. Enjoy playing your Enzo. That's also a fairly good way to go about it. Good luck, Lepic. Good luck. There we are. I didn't want to waste my massacre this time. So I'm gonna wait. You dare. You dare. Come at me then, hmm? Yes, come at the Glay. You are no match for the blades of a Templar. Face me. Oh no, he jumped. That's a shame. Good thing my Glade can just chill for a second. And I still have my ult. Poor Mr. Kyrule. Don't worry, I'll handle this, good sir. How do you not have that mod though? And about that particular mod, I don't know how it works actually, because I need to do some testing soon. But as far as I know, that thing only works for one shot, doesn't it? Before the cooldown is triggered, so yeah, that might not be so good. But I mean, if it works for you, then by all means, you know. My damage is always crazy. But it's okay.
Damage is always...
You here to make fun of me, Kaz?
always.
No, I'm the best. I'm the best in the world.
Of course you are.
Nobody
you are.
can even come close to you.
Nobody can't come even the closest to you.
Except you, because I allow you to. Hi. How are you doing today, human?
I'm good, bro. I actually think I'm getting a genuine cough.
Hope I didn't pass it to you.
I think you might have. I think you
Oh
might
dear.
have.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
So I was coughing all over you on Sunday. Oh dear.
Yeah. And now, today, I feel a little coldy. Like I'm getting a little bit of a cold.
Well,
I also think it's my own fault for having the window open and falling asleep that night under the window and waking up absolutely freezing.
but that
I
was
think that's what did it, really.
that's a few days ago, wasn't it?
2 nights ago. Yeah. Ah, yeah. It takes me a few days for all that to build.
I see. Interesting. I hope you'll be well though.
I will be fine regardless.
Yes. But yeah, just take it easy, get
Track
cozy.
hoodie. You shush. You shush. The Enduring Legacy is the best gun in this game. You wished now. Hush.
This is
I
true.
love that gun.
This is true. No, he is correct about that, but that's why for Enduring Legacy I chose a different ultimate mod.
You wished. You hush.
I am helping
Stop
you
it
build
now.
your Enduring Legacy. And
Lies.
listen, my build
Lies.
will be the best, and you know it. And I'll give it
You're
to you.
talking. You're telling lies.
Well, Dizzy, you can try it out and see if it really works. Don't worry, Track. I'll
Track,
build.
I just like.
Yeah, I'll build her
Just
Enduring
like that. I
Legacy
can
for her.
shoot everything,
Yes.
and it dies really
Yes.
quickly. I like it.
Don't worry,
Oh,
don't worry,
look,
Track.
look.
I've given her the crits already. No problem. I'll build it exactly the way she needs. Because Kaz just takes my
I'll
build
build
anyway,
it.
so it's all good.
I'll build it exactly the way I need.
Sure.
Yeah.
You go
Which
ahead
is
for
your build that I take the credit for.
it. Lol, Dizzy. That is the right way to do things. But honestly, if you see videos like that, you want to try it out, give it a try. You never know. You might come across something. You know?
Lads, you will never hear me talk nonsense about other content creators, right? However, I was sitting here last night and I wasn't really paying too much attention to what was coming up on YouTube, except this one First Descendant video came up. Now, I don't even remember the guy's name, to be quite honest.
Of course, and either way, we couldn't name it.
Him, I just have well, either way, I have a shit memory, so I would never remember anyway. But the whole point of his video was only using 2 mods with Valby, only 2, in order to go in and kill bosses with. And it was funny. Now, look, he did what he said he was going to do. He used the 2 mods, and they were the only 2 mods he used, and he went in and he killed most of the bosses, right? Because obviously, for the ones that you can't solo, he obviously didn't do those ones. But what was funny was, I found it a little endearing, but at the same time, I was like, that's a bit of a clickbait title. Because he made it seem like he was going to go in and smoke these, like, in no time with these builds. And my God, it must have taken him 10 minutes to kill each one.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Was like, bruh, I don't need to have 2 mods and a maxed out gun to kill Dead Bride. Like, I can just go, like, and I get kind of where he was coming from, but I was like, why would somebody want to spend 10 minutes killing Dead Bride with only 2 mods when they can just have all their mods? And
I can just do it in 13 seconds.
Anyway. Yeah. I was like, Tom, I get that you need to make content, but this is not the content. Fam.
Anyway, there's so much more content to make. I'm inundated. I have like too much to do.
It just seemed like so much more work.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
He was trying to make it seem like it was a quick and easier way of smoking 2 bosses in like a cheap way if you only have these 2 mods. But my God, it took him forever.
And I would assume you'd need a really, really maxed out gun, because your firearm damage would be doo-doo if you're just using 2 mods.
He did. Now, he did say that at the start, that although his Valby wasn't maxed out, he made sure all of his weapons were completely maxed, and he was 100% honest about that. He was like, you know, this is really only going to work if your weapons are fully maxed out. Still, I was like, that's just... Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you limit yourself like that? Like, that's not helping anybody. That's limiting people.
Mm-hmm. And I get that, which is also why, like, the only times I ever do certain videos or proofs is when I have to say, okay, so this will work this way, but ideally when you get to an end game, you just want to max out.
I watched a whole. I was transfixed I'm so sorry to this poor creator, because it's nothing to do with him, but it was nonsense. It was about 28 minutes. 28 minutes to half an hour. But like, for the first kind of couple of bosses, he played almost the whole fight, but then obviously it started taking too long, and so all the rest of them were clipped.
So yeah, but I mean, well, at least you contributed to his revenue. 28 minutes though, damn. All right.
No, the video was 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, he did spend a good few minutes at the start explaining everything. So I'm not shitting on him. Like, he did, his quality was very well. Like, his video was very well explained. He didn't leave anything out with regards to explaining what he was trying to do or what he was showing people he was going to do. It was just, he made it seem a little bit at the start of the video that it was going to be a really quick and easy way, a cheap way of smoking bosses once you had, like, really maxed out weapons. But it ended up taking longer than he said it was going to, and that's kind of what I was giggling at a little bit.
Yeah. One thing which I will say, though, is because now she's being very nice, because we have certain policies about talking about other creators, so she's putting it in a very nice way. But I do have to also give a warning to a lot of people out there, and this is, I mean, take it the way you want, but again, as a professional in this industry, I tend to give these warnings, these blanket warnings in general. There are a lot of people out there, they have high video qualities and stuff like that, but and this is something that comes with experience and time, but in general, when you have a premise for your video, you have to stick to it. And again, one thing, you know, as she mentioned, he made it seem like this was going to be a quick and easy way, or rather a budget way, but realistically speaking, I have to say, as a creator for this game, why that harms people is because you are actually encouraging people to try and take what may seem like an easier way out, when realistically a lot of the mods that you will farm for most Descendants and for most weapons are actually blues and purples, all of which drop like water. And as you literally do a Valby road, you will get so many mods that you can combine into others. You will literally never lack for mods. We dismantle hundreds of mods every day just to get extra Kyber because we have no space in our inventory for them anyway. So whenever you watch creators like that, do watch them with a pinch of salt if you decide to watch them at all. My personal thought is that, look, there's a lot of people trying to make it in the industry, but I stand very strongly against content that may potentially ruin the experience of my viewers. I've seen plenty of it already. I've seen so many people shove glass cannons at folks without thoroughly explaining them. I have seen the entire spectrum of content because that's the misinformation that I have to combat every day. Some of you who are at my streams all the time will see me say this, but people often come and say, Robot, can you clarify this? Robot, can you do that? Robot, can you do that? And I always do. And they say, man, I was fed the wrong information. I said, yes, because you didn't hear it from me. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I promise you this. I'm not trying to big myself up as greater than I am. I know I talk a bit of smack sometimes and say, you know, I'm the best, I'm God's greatest, blah, 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 blah. It's part of the show. But genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, my goal for you guys is to ensure that whenever I create a video or whenever I do any content, I do it with the viewer in mind. And I also want to say that sometimes I may ask for some support from you guys or for you guys to sign up as my supporters, but it's so that I can keep this channel running so that you guys can get the right information from somebody that has these standards, because there is no such thing as a regulatory body that oversees YouTubers. There isn't. And I would hate if there was one, because that's not cool. Creativity and art is supposed to be about passion, but at the same time, I self-impose a lot of rules in addition to what professional contracts show me. For example, the professional contract that I have with Nexon says clean stream, right? So in fact, you know, the first time I showed Kaz the contract, I said, hey, I'm not allowed to swear, you know, which is hilarious. Well, we are allowed to swear, but not certain swear words.
Devastated.
And we're not allowed to make lewd jokes, which have, for a long time before this game, they were pretty much a staple of
part
the.
Of our forte.
It is, yeah. It's a part of how we interacted with one another, the banter we had with one another, and the relationship that we've had with one another. So that was also pretty devastating, to say the least. But you know, those are the professional standards of my contract. Then on top of that, we abide by them. And on top of that, what I actually do in addition to that is that I self-impose rules. So, and this is not the first game that I've done this for, but I will usually approach people. Now I'm not going to name names, but I'll approach somebody whom I know has authority, or you know, or maybe deciding on things, and I'll say, look, I want to do things in this way. I want to service the viewers in this way. You know, how about what would you think about these restrictions or things like that? And, you know, we'll work something out and then we'll go with that, you know. Again, I don't want to give too much away. I consider this part of my business secrets, but this is why you guys will have noticed I don't spend on anything other than cosmetics and skins. This is why I've told you I'm not allowed to use boosters. I'm not allowed to buy anything. And even if I do get it in a bundle, I'm not allowed to use the energy activator or the catalyst that I get in the bundle. This is all a part of the restrictions I impose so that I can make more professional content for you guys. This one is an extra. It's not expected of the creator, but I do it anyway. Why? I want to make sure to give you guys the best service possible. So I may get things wrong. I do. And you know, when I get things wrong, I always do admit it, but at the end of the day, the goal of what I do is with the viewer in mind and is with the viewer experience in mind. And I try to keep to that with as much vigor as I can. You know, so all jokes aside, just know that even when I say things and maybe the things may not seem as pleasant as intended, what I do is always with the end user in mind every single day. I have never thought about anything else other than that. So this is why I do sometimes highlight the fact, and I just want everyone to know, it's why I sometimes do highlight the fact that I am an official creator. Maybe I repeated a bit too much, but I try to highlight that fact and let people know that this is somewhere where you can expect that professional ethical standard, or that professional standard of behavior and also knowledge. Again, there maybe have times been when I overstepped a little bit, you know, but ultimately I do what I do with the end user in mind. And of course, along the way, I do ask for support. I do ask for people to, if they want to, commit to the channel, but ultimately it's your choice, and it's always been optional, and it will always be optional, you know, at the end of the day. Thanks, Arcane. Appreciate that. No problem, B-Walker. Now then, I have some more things to kill, and I will take the next half an hour to mulch some bosses, because I'm actually testing some stuff in the background. I'm done with leveling for today. Then after I end, I'm going to go watch some TV with Kaz, so let's get to it. These are with entirely random groups. I must finish this testing before tomorrow, so this is going to happen. Let's see how fast I can do this. The overall damage count of a weapon with completely random teams. I need to see how effective I am in combat, and also I've stripped away a few things from my Glay for one of the later builds. I'm just testing how effective it is. Again, I cannot give too many specifics. I don't want to give it away, but that's what I'm trying to test. Like, it's kind of like you know, to the best of my knowledge, this should work, and if certainly I go in with a random team, then it would prove it, right? So that's what I'm trying.
Okay.
Yeah, fingers crossed it'll work out and I won't die horribly, but hey, you know, it's all part of science. If I die horribly anyway, I'll just scream for somebody to pick me up. Yep. Theoretically, this should give me the best ideal combination for what I want. Theoretically, anyway. Okay, so far so good. Absolutely, Beast-Young. Enduring Legacy is a fantastic gun. I'm waiting on it myself. I was gonna level it up a bit today, but I only got one set done because I panicked and I realized tomorrow I was releasing my secret. Pardon?
How long do ultimate guns take to cook?
4 hours. 4 to 8 hours, depending on the gun.
Oh, honey. Right. I want to check on me Enduring Legacy, so.
Yeah. Pull it out of the oven and put the next one in.
One. Well, I'll have to check and see. I put one on to cook. And I don't remember what the time was on it.
Well, that's pretty on brand for my Kaz.
Well, to be fair, the one that I put on to cook yesterday, I took off this morning and smacked into the other one. And then I put another one on to cook.
Yes, very good.
And that's the one. That's the one that I don't remember how long it was going to take. Yes, absolutely B. Yes. It's a great gun.
Succumb. Oh, he jumped. He chose that moment to jump. What a nerd. That's okay though, I've got a plan. Suffer, you feeble creature! You are no match for the blades of a Templar. Yes. Taste my power. My wrath be
You know what I did
swift.
today?
Yes, up.
I was sitting, I was crocheting on my lunchtime, and I looked down and realised I had done about 4 rows completely wrong.
Ah.
All the way back, and it's a 7-sided star, so that was a lot of work I had to pull back.
I see. Make sure to skull star tomorrow.
No, I'm giving my blanket a side eye right now because I'm so annoyed by it.
I know, but it's a 7-sided star, so you got a skull star tomorrow. It's all our fault for everything.
Good.
Okay, going on again. So tonight you guys will just see me do a few runs of the Pyromaniac just to test this out. So yeah, that's what we're doing to finish out the stream. Just a quick word for those that haven't already. again, I want to just let you know that some people have not yet renewed their registration to me as an official creator. So if you guys have registered about 2 months ago, consider hitting the link and extending support if you still think I'm worthy. There's the link right there by Nightbot. And if you haven't decided to register me as your creator yet, do so now. It's free. All of it's free. Extending your support, registering, all free. Sorry, Kaz, what were you saying?
I don't know. I was probably about to chat shit, to be honest.
That sounds about right for you. That's okay.
Yep. Yep. Well, something has finished cooking. That's faux show.
Good. Go pick up your finished cookings.
I don't know what it is, though. That's the thing.
Beat it up and pick it up anyway.
Well. Oh, it's not the gun that I have cooking, it's the parts. That's right. I had to go in and cook all the parts again this morning. Right. Time for a new gun to be made. Look at that, I have enough to do another one.
Well, that was a mistake. Okay, it doesn't matter. Swapping over.
Okay, so I have one gun cooking, and then the parts of another one cooking.
Yep. Ooh, this is
So
gonna
that will
be a
3
little
and
rough.
4. And then one more after that.
Good. Oh, I wasn't in frenzy. Well, that makes a lot of difference. Not mine. Time to survive this.
4 hours.
Yep, roundabout there.
Alright.
This one
Check
was
in
a
on
bit
that before I go
longer.
to bed for the next month.
Yep, sounds good. Oop. This guy's gonna die.
I think while you're doing that, I'll go to the bunny cave.
Sure. What are you bunnying in there?
That's something to do. What am I bunnying?
Yeah, your enduring legacy, is it?
Oh, well, no, well, she's only level 21 and she has to get one more catalyst slapped into her because I've got put 7 in her so far.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh dear,
And obviously my enduring legacy too.
that was a mistake. Yeah, so this can happen. The other run was a lot easier, but yeah, this can happen for sure. It's a bit rougher than I thought.
My shields.
Thanks, Bun. Won't happen again.
Thank you for saving me.
This one may have a survival issue in some of the more unfortunate circumstances, but overall not too bad. Whose laugh sounds scary, Chivalry? Yeah, my Enduring Legacy is not built enough for Glade to use just yet, but it's on the list for sure. It is on the list. Okay, back to Smell Beyond. Give me 1 second, because now I need to see this. Maximize conservation, maximize efficiency. Just learned something. There is a mod called Strong Mentality for Glass Cannon Lepic, and I don't know why it didn't come up in the search. Because well, I know this is on stream, but when I typed in skill cost, I must have had a filter on, because all I saw was maximize conservation, which dropped skill power and I didn't really want, or maximize efficiency, which dropped MP but reduced skill cost. But there is this. Strong Mentality actually exists. It has no negative consequences, and it's actually better than the purple version. So for those of you that want to do Glass Cannon Lepic, just take note that Strong Mentality is far better, and I'm actually going to add that to the pinned comment of the video, because that's actually worthwhile. So... let me edit this comment right here. Check.
Into the bunny cave.
Because Manta marched.
Yes.
Okay, got to put that in the pinned comment. Go. See Daisy. Yeah, no, I looked at it, track, and this didn't come up in my search. Yeah, but the MP amount negatively affects the build, you see? So although it's only a small difference, I was like, I didn't even see that. And I was like, this makes a lot more sense. Because although the differences are relatively small, it still plays a factor. So I was like, okay, yeah, that is problematic. Yeah, because this one gives 15.2, but with no negative MP consequence. Whereas the other one, if I were to put skill cost in here, you would have a minus 3.7%. And then on top of that, you've got maximized conservation for 17.8. If you want to go as far, you could also use maximized conservation, but you take a minus 10% hit to the skill power modifier. So I'd really say structure it how you want, adjust it how you want. Should still not be a problem. Let me just double check this. Yeah, you gotta squeeze out that one more, you know, track hoodie. Which is exactly why I'm gonna go glass cannon some shenanigans. The last 20 minutes. Science. The blue does sound better, in my opinion, as well, but science is science, right? So let's go do some weird science. If we doth not do the science, can we truly call ourselves gamers? No. We must science the science. Listen, when the new Descendant comes out and all that stuff, of course we'll run 4 Lepits. You know? Still waiting for you to play with me, bro. But yes. 4 Lapu Lapus would be great. Yes, kneel. Kneel, demon, kneel! Yeah, the 10% does hurt this a little bit, so... Although I could get an extra 2% out of it. Yeah. Yeah. Continuous damage. Yeah, that was a hard pyro. I know, Track. I know you're healing your hands and everything, which is okay. Now let's swap over back to the strong mentality. Let's see the feel.
The space-time
Yes,
fabric
this is
of
one
the
pump
void
man.
is
Doing the
extremely
same thing.
logical.
But yeah, these are difficulty hard mode bosses, so just be aware it's all hard. Everything is hard.
The jokes.
I knew you of all people would pick up on that, but yes, yes, my dear, the jokes. As always.
That's what she said.
Very, very par for the Kaz.
Yes.
Don't worry, I like the par for the Kaz.
Yes. You love my really bad jokes.
Yep, once I can rejig that thing to dangerous ambush, then one pump man is done. Yeah, the difference is minuscule. And reasonable too. Okay. Yeah, not losing the MP is actually pretty good. I cannot deny that. Okie day. Now to finalize the test, let's go to the Womp Walker. Womp womp womp.
Let's go wild.
Alright, Swampert, come at me. Okay, wasn't able to one-shot, but that's okay. Crits are like that. Sometimes you don't get enough crits, you won't be able to one-shot. Okay, that doesn't matter to me though. Still reasonable. Well, did you finally have luck, Drebin? There we go. Okay. You should track. Gotta always get them naskins. You getting out of here? The battle pass is going to be the same cost. 500 caliber. Standard.
Are you ready to undertake a void
Nice job, Drebin.
battle assignment?
Sometimes you just got to change up your luck. Last test is here. Gonna go try some shenanigans. Wow, I missed hardcore. Okay, that works. You feel like all the skins generic looking? I mean, up to you. I like them. I like them. I like to have my character dripped out, dipped out, and whipped out. Sometimes clipped out. Okay, 10 more minutes. Are you still bunny caving, my dear?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll headbutt you.
Yeah, I have two glazed in with me, you know. Getting their levels on.
If I'm unlucky with the crits and he does his burst fire first, that's probably not the best, but okay, fair enough. I can kind of get it. Okay.
Seem to be in trouble.
Swamp Walker's the only one there. If you don't one phase him, you can't just die and reset.
My shield.
Because you still have to actually, you know, get the stuff working, but that's okay. Ooh. He's dead, but so did I. Oh well. I go and collect my spoils. But yeah, I do like the skins in the Game Kings. Feels good to me. But if you don't like them, that's also okay. Everyone got their own taste.
Oh, I don't like all this skins. True.
Kaz knows I just like the spicy skins.
I too like the spicy skins, but there are some other skins that look pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Like the bunny one that Donna was talking about earlier on. I do really enjoy that skin.
Yeah, no, if you like it, go for it. For me, I'm just like, I'll stick
I
with
want
spice.
to, but see, I was going to buy it at the last update, and then there was too many spicy skins. And so I bought them instead. And now I'm holding off because I want to see what spicy skins come out this time.
You see, in the end, you
Before
know.
I commit to buying it.
In the end, it's all about that sugar and spice, babe.
Oh, yes. I like my girls to look sexy.
Yes. But it's okay. I too shall bully you for spicy. Spicy is good. Tasty.
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough, Kings. You're welcome to those feelings.
If you don't like them, you don't like them. It's no worries.
Yep. This one
New subscriber detected.
smells good. I do like this one better. Yes, the paint system needs to not be so nickel and dime for everything, but even so, even I occasionally paint.
No, I'm addicted. I need all the colors. I need them now.
That I also know. You are indeed an addict of that.
Yes.
Okay, one more
I
time.
am analyzing the void paradox.
Fair enough, Kings. Nothing wrong with that. Today is definitely the day that these guys resist. Ugh. Ugh. How dare they? Acceptable.
Seem to be in trouble.
Okay, I can roll with this. I can accept this. Far from perfection, but decent enough. All right. Good day today.
Yes. Finish stream?
Yep, I'm going to end soon.
Oh, no, I thought you were finished and all.
Yeah, no, not yet. About to. Just coming back to
Alright.
town and everything. Alright, ladies and gents, that brings us to the end today. Very productive in terms of the amount of cash I managed to get. Because I've got some other stuff to test, and also we got some good leveling done. Secret Garden is pretty much ready to go, so I'll give you my build tomorrow. Excuse me. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Tomorrow you can expect me to probably farm the Blue Beetle in the morning while also working some more on the Enduring Legacy and all that. And of course the Glaive farming build will drop before Season 1 drops. So thank you all for joining me. It's been a good time. And I'll catch you on the next one, okay? Y'all have a good day. GG. See you on the next one.